Alright, I think we're good to go.
Barbara, would you be Hufflepuff, you think?
Huh?
Are you Hufflepuff?
What is that?
You've never seen or read Harry Potter?
No. No, I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Yeah,
Why are you sorry?
I didn't want to lie. Because, well, she gets disappointed in me, so...
Look, life is about disappointment. And I'm one of them, but
Yeah,
you know,
You said it because I was going to say something way worse.
You get-
With Slytherin
Hello?
covers, and I have a Slytherin bookmark.
Alright.
I'm a snake.
Beastie, it's your turn.
Alright.
That also means you may or may not be evil, because Slytherin is filled with evil people.
No, it's full of smart people. Some are evil.
No, it's full of ambitious people. Ravenclaws are
Yeah.
the smart.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm ambitious.
Well, Beastie is going to activate her tattoos and recklessly swing. Thank God that was reckless.
You swing forward, and you hear a loud clang as it crashes against armor, but does not seem to pierce the defenses, and you see that tendrils of flesh are beginning to slowly eke up the blade before you tear it away.
She grimaces as she remembers the whole hitting it with sword makes it damaged sword. Actually, she glances at the sword.
It does not appear to have had that effect on it. It
All
just
right.
seemed to be trying to latch on.
It only does that after it enters its second form, I remember now. Anyway, again, reckless. There we go. And she's gonna add her fury at the small to that, so that'll be 15 more damage.
Hold on. Doing half.
Soundbite added for when people are talking for too long.
Okay. Yeah. So, as you lash across the creature, you see it stumble back a bit. How much you say your flare area of the small does?
15.
And it causes it to stumble, and as it does, you see bits of flesh that you had cleaved off of it fall to the ground in massive chunks.
Oh boy. What else should she do? No, I guess that's her turn.
Alright. Otto.
Yep. Otto is going to think to himself for a second and kind of look around. He's gonna look over to fuck the names, Ricardo and Romero.
Okay.
And do any of them look like they have used any type of ranged weaponry at all?
You haven't seen any of them produce weapons yet, but you currently see Ricardo whispering in Romero's ear.
Otto's going to look over to Romero and say, quick question, can either of you use ranged weapons at all?
Ricardo will raise his hand and say, I prefer not to get into the melee combat.
So do you use bows and things like that?
A plethora of ranged abilities, yes.
Okay. May have an idea then. And he's gonna look into his pack and pull out his quiver. And I'll think about it for a sec, because Never mind, he's not gonna do that because I did not have that spell prep, so never mind.
Alright.
Let's run that whole plan. He is instead going to start heading over. He's gonna dash. And he's gonna command Hoppy to assist Beastie. Hoppy will then do the same thing of running forward. And dashing. Is this thing here like a tree, or is this just stuff he can step over?
They're mushrooms.
Okay. He's gonna step over them and continue dashing forward.
Okay.
And that'll be his turn.
It'll start A.
Alright. Ale is going to look over towards the sky. Then we'll spot the pieces of flesh on the ground. And it's going to just... At first she was going to cock her fist and do her usual thing. But upon spotting those things on the ground, she instead is going to take out her staff and is going to cast Fireball.
Okay.
Right. Hold on. Let's see. Not there. No.
You are desperate to try and get Hoppy in this.
You know what? Fuck it. There we go. Beastie can take
Just
it.
right on top of Beastie.
She can take it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna need that guy to give me a dex saving throw. That's along with Beastie.
Okay.
Beastie gets advantage then.
He rolled a 19.
Beastie will roll 7. Well, 10. She didn't make the save.
Alright, roll damage. What's your DC?
It is 16.
Alright, so the paladin made his. Alright, you hurl the fireball forward, and as it lands, Beastie is taken unaware as the flames engulf him, whereas the corrupted paladin takes his greatsword and sweeps through the fire. You see it singeing him, but he managed to appear to block the brunt of it. As the two bits of flesh, you hear very distinct high-pitched squeals come from them as they are burned away to a crisp.
I had a feeling.
Beastie, roll a con save.
Oh boy. Holy shit.
Or just net 20.
Alright. Anything else able, Sir Day?
Yeah, she's going to... Or Fire Staff 1 would say. It's F1. The exposed bits of infected flesh are weak to fire.
Fire, you say, Jubilee says, with a sparkle in her eyes.
And yep, that's her turn.
Let's see. It is Aurelia's turn.
It is. So the bits of
It's your
exposed
turn,
flesh,
Eva.
did I see them or no?
They have already been... The bits of flesh that fell on the ground have already been handled.
And that's
They got
how we did damage to him?
It appears that he is taking damage, but whenever he took damage from Beastie, bits of flesh fell onto the ground around him.
Okay, let's me double check something. Isn't my, like, Misty Step that I have as an Eldrin, isn't that, like, 30 feet, or is that, like, 35 feet?
30.
It's 30? Okay, what does that get me? Not far enough. I don't want to be
As a
close to
context, you also
that.
have like your regular movement.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can teleport 30 feet and then walkie.
yeah, I'm gonna teleport to 30 feet. Can I move this? I don't know how to move it, so there you go. It's weird on laptop, let me tell you. Okay, I'm going to Misty Step, so it's gonna be like a clock. And it's gonna shatter, because I'm gonna do that. That's my flavoring.
Okay.
And still, her hand is shaking on her staff because, you know, you haven't fought a monster before, so I'm a little bit scared. How much closer can I get, actually? Will they be about 5 feet, I think. Yeah, let's meet. I need to do some measurements, I'm sorry.
Alright.
I gotta get closer. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna move right here. Right next to Otto, I think, which will take all my movement speed. Which is quite reckless.
That's Hoppy.
That's Hoppy. I mix them up all the time. I'm gonna,
That's
while
fair.
shaking, my hand is shaking on my staff, I'm gonna try and wave to the robots. The clock, the moving clock.
Hoppy will look at you. Despite the lack of facial expression, seems a little confused, but will wait back.
And then I'm going to put both of my hands together and produce like a clock that is very frozen over. And it's gonna, like one of those stopwatches, and it's gonna break. And I'm gonna use Cone of Cold, or Rhyme is binding ice in front of me on this thing. Try and keep it in place.
Alright, what's that do?
So, okay, let me link it.
Share with the rest of the class.
A burst of cold energy will emanate from me and a 30-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 3d8 cold damage and is hindered by ice formations for 1 minute. Or until it or another creature within reach of it uses an action to break away the ice. A creature hindered by ice has its movement speed reduced to 0. On a successful save, a creature takes half as much damage and isn't hindered by ice.
Okay.
And I'm going to use that second level.
Alright.
So I need to roll it, right? How do I roll again for this? I forgot.
You'll need to roll 4d8 Damaggio.
Oh, did I hit? How do I know if I hit?
That's how spells work. You don't roll to hit with a spell that deals damage. The way that it works is whenever you cast a spell that deals damage, but it's based on a saving throw, the enemy makes a saving throw, and they'll take half damage if they succeed, but full damage and then the negative consequences if they fail.
17?
Alright. You hold your hand out and a blast of cold comes forth, slamming into his back. Beastie, you see as he seems to be ready to move, the ice will form over him, rapidly going across the flesh over his armor, seeming to freeze the flesh solid, causing him to slowly look down at it as it appears he has been frozen in place.
Oh goddamn!
We can hit it from range. I can't move anymore. I think at least. I've only practiced this on trees.
But you practice spells that make people not move on a tree that can't move?
Never been in combat. Don't judge me. I turns over.
Alright. The end of Aurelia's turn, it is going to use 3 legendary actions before taking a deep breath and then letting out an ear-splitting scream into the air. A very loud wail that seems to echo into the distance.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
no.
Then it comes to his turn. a creature hindered by ice has its speed reduced to 0. Alright, so this doesn't say anything about him being hindered in the I'ma smack the shit out of you department. So, Beastie, he's gonna smack the shit out of you.
Yes.
With a 26 to hit.
That definitely hits.
So, great for Damaggio for 17 slashing damage,
Alright.
6 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Then, as the blade slashes across you, you see fleshy tendrils growing up it, seeming to glow with a very familiar yet distinctly different power, as he is going to use a spell slot and smite you.
Oh.
13, 18. 26 necrotic damage, and I need a con save from you. Okay.
Alright.
Now he's going to attack you again. Oh wait, no, you probably have something you can do.
Oh, in response to that, Beastie will recklessly swing back.
You can't swing. No, I think you can only use reckless attack on your turn.
Oh, okay.
You let her use the, I think it's that or like the reaction, no, not the reaction, the fucking, opportunity attacks?
No, she has the tattoo that lets her attack once receiving damage. That's a reaction.
Oh, okay. I was talking about like the reckless attack stuff.
You cannot recklessly swing with attacks of opportunity, because I think the ability specifically states whenever you make an attack on your turn.
Ah.
Oh my god, he's had advantage on you, and I have not been swinging with advantage.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh well.
Oh, reckless. Fuck. Sorry.
Wreck a fuck.
So, you hit him with a 29. Alright. 8 more damage. Now he's going to use his reaction to attack you because you dealt damage to him. That hit. 14 slashing damage.
Alright.
7 necrotic damage. And he's gonna smite the shit out of you again, because like a filthy non-believer.
There's heresy involved here.
23 more necrotic damage. And then his second attackle.
Oh.
26 to hit.
That's
13 slashing damage. And 5 necrotic damage. Okay. Then it moves on to Romero's turn. And Ricardo will continue whispering in his ear. Romero will nod. And 15, 20, 25, 30. And as a bonus action dash, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And take somewhat cover behind this mushroom. Thorgrim, your turn.
That was fast. So, is the guy still moving around, or is he frozen to the spot, or?
He has no movement speed, so he has ice encompassing specifically his feet.
Okay, so he's trapped. So I'm going to. I shall. Yeah, I think I'm going to just double move to flank with Beastie. And then, using my bonus, I'm gonna Rage it.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, no, that's all my actions.
Okay. The end of your turn, it's going to use a legendary or 3 legendary action points to let out an ear-splitting screech into the sky again. At the beginning of its turn, from the north, or from the east, south, west, and north.
Call for backup.
Creatures are beginning to shamble in to the fray, breathing with raspy breaths as they come to aid the call. Wait, hold on, something's not right here. Ah, that's what's not right. And now it goes to the Paladin's second turn. And it is going to use its action, raising the sword over its head and slamming it into the ice, holding it in place and breaking away the ice. And then it is going to do nothing, because it can't do anything with its bonus action at present moment. Elvie.
Elvie is going to still. Yes, you are exactly within me. Excellent. Elvie is going to. Let's see. What are the components of this particular spell? Elvie will use 2 of her sorcery points to quicken spell where is it? To quicken spell. And she is going to point at the figure, and a purplish tendril of energy will lance from her finger and will try and enter the figure's cranium. And I require a intelligence saving throw. That is insufficient. You are in fact affected by this spell.
Kinky.
Yeah, I'm bringing out the whip. And then for her action, she is going to pull out a small. Sorry.
Don't forget to roll the damage.
Oh yes, my 3d6 was it?
3d6, yes.
3d6. 14 damage. And she is going to then pull out a small metal rod. It seems to be made of iron, and is going to swish and flick and point it at the guy again. And I now need a wisdom saving throw with a 1d4 subtraction.
Let's see. You cast Tasha's Mind Whip as a bonus action? How'd you do that?
I did with my quicken spell.
Okay. Just had to make sure.
Yeah, I had to use 2 sorcery points.
And you said a wisdom?
Wisdom save.
Okay. 21.
That is very, very close, but not enough. And he is, unless he's immune to this condition, he's affected by.
Okay. So as the spell begins to slowly take hold of him, you see him being bound by whatever you use to hold him in place. At which point, Beastie, you see a glint in his visor as he just stands up straight again, breaking free of the hold monster, as he will use a legendary resistance to not fail.
Oh boy.
Well, he's got limited numbers of those. He should be fine.
Yeah, that just means you burned one.
Yep. Alright, well, that's all my actions except I could move, but I'm in a nice little range, so I'll just stay there. Okay, have Dragon Man go.
Okay.
Alright, Dragon Man.
Hold on. After
Melodious.
At the beginning of your turn, four more creatures began walking, seeming to be coming from the second heated call.
Oh, target-rich environment. Okay.
Yummy.
Double check a couple things. That's the wrong character sheet. Okay, I will be moving up to here, here. There we go. And where's my breath weapon? Oh, it's only 15-foot cone. I guess I'll just rage then and wait and hold an action for when one gets in range to smack them.
Okay. Moves on to the last light's turn. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. As he will move forward, holding out his warhammer, which ignites with a white fire that he rears back and swings, causing the fire to launch at the creature. The creature sees, raising its sword and knocking the flames aside before it hits him. Jubilee.
Alright, so Jubilee will try to remember a range of certain spells. Okay, that's good. I will move here. I hope that's close enough. It is. Oh, that's Thorgrim. Oh, still close enough. Good. And it's time to cook this mofo. Bada boom.
Okay. BC Thorgrim, what are you targeting?
What?
I need to know what Jubilee's targeting.
Oh,
The armor?
Okay. Because you could have targeted his sword, too.
True, but I wanted just to do the cook and book strategy.
So, Thorgrim and BC, you begin to hear a loud sizzling coming from him as you see under the layers of flesh, the armor appears to be getting red hot. And, let's see. He only gets the save if he is trying to drop the object, but he cannot drop the armor, so.
Exactly. Hence why I did it on the armor.
And as the sizzling continues, you notice that the layers of flesh upon the armor are beginning to move as if attempting to get away from the source of the pain.
And as a bonus action, I will be hitting Hubert with an inspiration, and that'll end my turn.
Ricardo will look behind him and will move 10 feet behind George, patting George on the shoulder, and says, "Will you do me a favor and hit those guys for me?" And George, you suddenly feel invigorated as a rush of energy goes through you, as you are allowed to use your action to cast a cantrip if you would like.
Oh.
And you get to add 4 damage to any of your damage rolls.
Cantrip now if I like?
Yes, as a reaction. You do have to use your reaction, though.
Okay. Please use reaction to cast Eldritch Blast. And is he able to see the ones behind him?
Yes. I assume you mean to the south.
Yeah, to the south. So he will turn and will Eldritch Blast. He'll make this radiant damage.
That'll hit. That'll hit. That'll hit.
Alright. So
That's correct.
4. Six plus 4.
I need to know target.
Perfect 10.
Oh, this guy here. Unless that one goes down.
No.
Okay. And then 12 plus 15. 27, 31 on the last hit.
Let's see. 12 plus 10, 22 plus 4 is 26.
Oh, 26, yeah, I forgot. Plus 5.
And these are dealing necrotic damage, right?
I made the radiant damage.
Yeah, but the plus 5? Or do you not have that?
The plus 5 is from Agonizing Blast, the one that adds his charisma.
Okay. Gotcha. Alright. Then 5, 10, 15, 20. He'll move closer to Adelsarte. And used his action. He will use his bonus action. No, he won't. Never mind. George, your turn.
Alright. George's gonna look over to Adel and say, "You said these things don't like fire, right?"
I think so.
Okay. Hope this spell doesn't backfire on me. As he says this, fire's going to start breathing up from his feet to his legs. And then essentially all around is fire to where George is essentially setting himself on fire. As he is casting Vestiger of Flame, using his Mystic Arachnum. Then, as he does this,
Matata.
he's going to move down here. Then, using his pocket spellbook, he is going to cast Eldritch Blast. Actually,
I'll just play.
Warlocks do not have Firebolt as a cantrip.
Yes, they do.
Do they?
Yes. Now, whether you took Firebolt is an entirely different question, but it is on the
I don't think
Warlock
so. I
build.
think I took Green Flame Blade, so fuck my life. Alright, he's gonna Eldritch Blast. I'm gonna get same one to the south.
Okay.
Still radiant damage.
Those will hit. And these will not get the extra damage from Ricardo.
Okay. 32 damage.
Alright. As the last bolt hits it, you hear it give off a cry, and it will fall down, ceasing to move.
Then that'll be a start.
Hold. 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Oh, I did not see those ones over there. Holy fuck.
Everyone. They're coming for your giblets. As soon as I can figure out where the fuck that one is. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, up. 5, 10, 15, 20. 20. George, at the end of this one's turn that's beginning to approach you, you hear a very rapid series of gasps and gurgles come from the one that you felled, as it will slowly stand back up, seeming ready to go another few rounds.
What in the name of God?
George seeing this is gonna be like, yeah, I definitely feel like we should start using fire.
Does not get its turn because it just stood the fuck back up. 5, 10, 15, 20. It said go to the next turn.
Meh.
Thorgrim and Beastie, as you see the one moving towards you, Thorgrim, as it gets to a certain point, you see its eyes glow, as instead of shambling around, it stands up straighter. You see the muscle tissue beginning to pulse more rapidly, as it suddenly takes off in a dead sprint towards you, Thorgrim.
What the fuck?
30, 35. As it appears, if they get to a close enough proximity of the paladin, they get stronger. Okay, so... 14 to hit.
No, I don't think so. No.
Aurelia casually making a 170-foot cone.
Yeah.
You never confirmed Whether or not it
I
hit you.
did. I said it does not.
Okay. I only heard you say you didn't think so.
No, it does
Fine.
not. AC 16.
5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. Alright.
Oh, hey, one's within weapon distance.
Yep, one got within whacking distance of you.
And to trigger smack to the face.
That'll hit.
Wow, I really rolled that badly.
You're still getting used to using a sword. You've used Excalibur for so long. And the church bell.
Yeah, but I was using Mana Leech as well, so... well, yeah, okay. Well, there's that hit, I guess.
Alright. It's Hubert's turn. Get in close, and it's time for Hubert to start healing. Not with those rolls.
Nice one, Hubert.
Alright, so the 21 hits at least. Deal 9 slashing plus 2 cold. And then 23 radiant damage. Then he swung with his bonus action, so he can't cast a bonus action suit. The bonus action attack was the crit failure, which the creature has already used its reaction and cannot get a reactionary counter. Beastie.
Alright. Alright. Recklessly swinging.
That'll hit.
And again. Boy,
That
oh
will
boy.
not.
Let's see.
Ooh, excuse me.
And I'm going to need, as a bonus action, for the infected paladin and whatever this thing is, give me a strength saving throw.
Okay.
What did they get?
The paladin got a 25, and the other one got a 10.
Alright. So. Then this one's going to take 15 bludgeoning damage, and is going to be dragged 15 feet closer to Beastie.
Alright. Beastie, you watch as it's attempting to assail Thorgrim, you activate your gravity pull, and it just unceremoniously rolls up the stairs until it's right next to you, but it gets to its feet immediately.
Oh boy. Well, that's Beastie's time.
it'll start day.
Alright.
And as you begin to move, you hear Ricardo go, "What is your plan of attack today?"
I'm going to... Whoops.
I'm going to nuke!
I'm going to fireball those ones. Why?
Be sure that you put everything you have into it, yeah? He says, giving you a thumbs up. He is going to use 3 of his dice. And he will allow your fireball to deal 13 more damage, and you can treat anything that is a 3 or less as a 3.
Damn. Alright.
Wow.
Well. Oh, hold on. Yep, all these guys are gonna have to give a dex saving throw.
Alright, one rolled an 18 on the die, but they have a -3 in their dexterity for a 15.
Everything under a 3 is a 3?
Yep.
On the dice roll?
Yep.
Okay.
So, like, your 1 and your 2 2s are now 3s, so you'll get 4 extra damage.
Cool. 9 plus 4. 33.
Alright. You charge the fireball in your hand, and you feel it seeming a bit more intense than usual, and as you lob it over towards the creatures, you watch it erupt, and you hear a loud squeal from each of them as all of them appear to go down.
Huh. Yeah, she'll look to her staff, then look back at Ricardo. I think that's Ricardo.
Yes, that's Ricardo.
Yeah. Huh.
Ricardo's the talkative one.
Ricardo, as you look to Ricardo, he gives you a double thumbs up and goes, "Good job."
Much appreciated. And then she's going to quicken cast Scorching Ray. Actually, first she's going to walk. Well, did she move her wings? Probably not. She's going to walk over this way and is going to Scorching Ray.
What is it with you in circles?
I don't know. George is in the way in that instance, so Scorching Ray. This one and this one. Wait, it's 3, right? Yeah, Scorching Ray is 3. I guess we'll see what happens if one of them misses or survives. Well, is that hey either of them?
Which one were you aiming for?
This one.
Yes.
Cool.
Still yes.
Is it still standing?
Let's see. The second blow causes it to wail out and hit the ground.
Alright.
And as the fire hits this one, it will also hit the ground.
Okay. Oh, not, and we'll look towards the other ones. That's her turn.
Alright. Otto, your turn.
Yep. Otto here, that you should definitely use fire, is going to simply look over the one to his left. I would say have at thee, but you can't really respond. So, here, and he's going to cast Firebolt.
That hits.
22 fire damage.
Alright. The flames engulf the creature, and you hear it let out a very loud wail as it spasms and attempts to get the fire off of it, but it is still standing.
Oh. Huh. Okay. And of his turn, and then Hoppy will.
Huh. I don't like that.
You guys notice that it's trying to set the fire off of itself. And Hoppy's gonna go over here. And is going to rend the paladin. $23 to hit.
That'll hit.
9.
Punch in the face.
Then, and then it'll arcane jolt and heal the beastie.
For how much?
For 10.
Nice.
And that'll be my turn.
At the end of your turn, it is going to use a legendary action and attempt to grapple Hubert.
Wait, that's illegal.
Alright. So, as...
I didn't even get to see his roll. Would it be... I want to use a port. Do I have to say I want to use it?
Yes.
Well, yes, I have. Okay. Then yeah.
And I'm fairly certain I don't have to tell you on my end what the rolls is, which is why there's a DM screen. So you're gonna have to make the decision.
Oh boy. Okay.
Wait, what's this happening?
I'm deciding if I want to use a port for Hubert or not.
Yeah, Hubert rolled an
Is he
8.
trying to grapple?
Yes. The big man trying to grapple the Hubert.
Probably a good idea.
Say it's an
Oh, that's my friend,
you could
isn't
say
it?
it's an important
Sure.
decision.
Okay.
Get it here. Are you gonna do something, Luna, or
Would
not?
you rather me go back to the edgy humor from earlier?
Brother.
So what happens if what happens if I take a level of exhaustion?
Let's see. I don't like the way that the rules are in 5th edition because exhaustion is very, very, very problematic. So I actually incorporate the new method where you take a -1 on all of your rolls until you take a long rest to get rid of the debuff.
So what
That's what
are
I
you gonna
couldn't
do? What were you gonna do?
I was gonna use a port because I have a 5, so I'm just gonna use the port and then make that the paladin's roll a 5.
Okay, do that, because I don't want the exhaustion sounds scary.
Hey, do you want to know what
Oh, trust me, this is the nerf version.
Yeah, do you want to know what exhaustion?
Yeah, isn't there like if you hit 3, you just die?
That's
No,
5.
that's it.
If you had 5.
No, 6. At 6 you die. At 5 your speed is reduced to 0.
Oh.
You might as well be dead at that point.
But
So what happens at 1?
disadvantage on ability check.
Oh, that's fucked.
And then
Yeah,
at,
what?
You very
Yeah, at
rarely
one.
use ability checks.
yeah, but you know, that's your persuasion, your athletics, your
Yeah,
I thought
Your
those were
sneak.
skills.
that's kind of fucked,
Those
because
are
I
abilities.
swear Jordan makes us check a lot of that stuff a lot. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of fucked.
But then at level 2 your speed is halved. At level 3 you have a disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. At level 4 your hit point maximum is halved. At level 5 your speed is 0, and at 6 you die.
Oh, we're talking about exhaustion, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
My players
They
are
don't
going
even-
to hate the fact you corrected me about abilities disadvantages.
I mean, yeah, but you're fucking.
I thought it was just strength and dex and whatnot. I didn't know that meant skills too.
No, it means your persuasions and all of those, because those are skills that use your ability modifiers, thus making them ability checks.
Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, fun
Yeah,
time.
I'm making his a 5.
Nasty.
Alrighty. So as the creature reaches for Hubert, it looks like it's about to grab him before there seems to be a shift as Hubert manages to duck out of the way. But even with this, even with that, Otto, you can tell that the infected paladin still almost grabbed him.
Oh shit.
Almost.
Almost. Aurelia, your turn.
Okay. So here's a question. Can I safely hit the guy that we're surrounding right now, or no?
If you can get an angle on him, yes.
Thorgrim
So
is short, so if you're taller than Thorgrim, you might be able to hit him from where you're at.
No, I describe her as short. I'm not going to change that now.
How short, though?
Pretty short for an elf, I'm pretty sure. Is that an angle, or am I crazy?
That
Like-
is an acceptable angle, yes.
Okay,
When
so
you say
let me get this
short
straight.
for an elf, what do you mean by that? Like 5 something?
5 something, yeah.
Then I'm 4'2", so I'm still smaller than you.
What? I am trying to. How do I ping again?
Hold left click wherever the point you
Oh.
want it to be is.
Okay. That's. Can I hit them?
Womp womp, womp womp.
Womp womp.
Technically, yes.
Okay.
I guess I don't know what you want to do.
Alright. Well, if it's fire they wants the tire hits, and her eyes are gonna briefly ignite with a golden light, I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray at the 4th level as well. I'm upcasting it because I'm crazy.
Okay. Oh man, if you guys can find a shard of the sun, that'll make 2 problematic fucking Scorching Ray players.
I've
So
never heard
with
of a Shard of the
that,
Sun.
that would give me, at 4th level, that would give me 5 total beams, right?
Yes.
Ooh, fun. Okay. So how do I
Uh,
do Scorching Ray?
You need to roll to hit for each time you want to try and hit him.
Oh, okay.
So you need to roll to hit 5 times.
Well, hear me out. So these other things are problematic too, right? To some capacity, that's what I'm understanding.
Possibly.
Yeah. It's more so asking everyone else.
You cannot hit this one, I'll go ahead and tell you.
Okay, I'm
As
gonna
long as
use.
if we have fire options, we should be
I want to throw
alright.
2 at this real quick. Can I see what happens on those 2?
You just gotta roll to hit.
Okay. Alright, is it 2d8s?
Yeah. It will be 2d8 damage. But, Jay,
Oh my god.
Jay, the shard of... Oh crap, I accidentally changed my mouse DPI.
Huh? How do you even do that?
There's a button on my mouse that allows me to do it,
Oh.
which I haven't figured out how to disable, and I don't know where it is.
Wait, don't I have a Staff of Power? What does that do? Hold on, I forgot about that.
Oh, you do?
Alright,
you
so
do.
Jay, while Aurelia does that, the reason you haven't heard of the Shard of the Sun is because y'all haven't found another one, and it's what makes Adel Sarday's Scorching Rays super fucking strong.
Oh, okay.
Because if you absorb the Shard of the Sun, it takes one of your fire spells and lets it deal 3 more d6 damage.
I do.
So on a Scorching Ray, it takes it from 2d6 to 5d6.
Oh yes, really fast, strong fireballs for one person.
With the only downside being you have to hit.
Okay, so how do I roll the hits? Do I just roll a Scorching Ray thingy?
You hit it, and as the actually, funnily enough, as you hit that one, you hear it let out a high-pitched wail before it falls to the ground.
Alright, I'm gonna send the last 3 right into that thing's chest.
Alright.
So she's gonna raise her hands, and her fingers are gonna be splayed as a burning sigil is going to ignite in the air around her. And then 3 searing flames of crimson light are gonna materialize and pierce it at that thing. This thing. That thing. Let's see. Big number. 418.
Hey, you have to roll. You have to roll the hit for each incident.
Each instant. Oh.
Yeah. So you have to roll the hit 4 more times. So that one will hit. So your first, third, and 4th will hit. You rolled 1 too many times, I think.
Oh.
So you will get a total of 3 hits, which is 3d6 fire damage, or 6d6 fire damage total.
66 fire damage? Okay.
Yes.
Wait, 66?
Yep.
Yes. Because it's 2d6 per hit.
That many?
He does get +6 because of Staff of Power.
To damage or my roll?
It's damage and rolls from Staff of Power.
Plus 6.
Oh. Okay, so does that mean that did 31 damage and then everything hit? I'm confused.
Hold on.
Yeah, JP, you need to...
Okay, it's a +6 total to your overall damage, because it's a +2 to attack.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
So,
Wow.
25 plus 6 for a total of 31.
Okay, I'll take that. Did something happen? Is it mad?
It seems to have taken a hefty chunk of damage.
Okay. I'm still shaking. I might go cower against the tree, I'm gonna be honest. That's where I'm gonna end my turn.
Alright, it's going to use its legendary action to reach, to stick its sword to itself before reaching up and pulling off a hunk of the flesh on its armor, and then looks at you, Aurelia, rearing its arm back and throwing it at you.
Ew.
Okay, so what's happening here? Do you have to roll?
Yeah, he rolls with disadvantage because he is surrounded, and he rolled a nat 1. So
Oh,
it's not getting anywhere near you.
does it just like
He
plop
throws it and
in
it lands at his own feet.
Yeah, it lands his own feet.
Or even worse,
Yeah.
it lands at his feet, not yours.
He throws it, and somehow it goes backwards and conjoins with this thing.
I'm gonna stick my tongue out at it.
Alright. So, as it goes to its turn, it's going to take payoff. I believe it takes damage at the beginning of its turn, yeah?
Let me double check. I think it's on the bonus actions on my turn.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on my turn of bonus action. I can use a bonus action to cause the damage again.
Alright.
You're good.
In that case, with its action, it is going to place its hands together, and all of you see it using lay on hands, and it'll heal itself for 100 damage.
Wow.
Right.
What the fuck?
The paladin.
Hold the fuck up. 100.
I was worried about
Yeah.
that.
That
It
means it's a
yeah.
level 20 power.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a level 20
shit.
paladin, dude.
Yep. It
That's
sure
the part-
is.
Wait, what just happened?
It healed
I'm
itself for 100 damage.
Oh.
Using
Oh,
lay on
the lay on
hands.
hands,
It's a
shit.
level 20 paladin. In other words,
We could
Yeah.
take him. What's the worst he could do?
Wait,
have you read what paladins do at level 20?
Power word kill? Wait, doesn't it know power word kill?
No, that's a 9th level spell. Paladins can't
Oh,
do that.
no.
Oh my god.
It can smite you into the next realm, though.
Yep.
Good thing you guys are surrounding it, right? I'm safe. Guys?
What?
What?
Oh, okay. Everyone was really silent, so I was like,
What?
oh, I'm safe, so good thing it's surrounding you. You guys are surrounding it.
No one is safe if this thing is this strong.
No, you guys are safe.
We fought worse.
Yeah, I'm safer though. I'm just gonna stay back here.
Pretty sure a dragon would be a step down.
Didn't we beat like 3 archangels and a giant dark ether dragon? We're fine.
That wasn't a serious fight, though.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Alright.
Who keeps blowing their nose into the microphone?
Alright, Linus, he's on a laptop.
I also have my puppy here. He could be trying. He's attacking the laptop sometimes.
All I just hear is...
Yeah, that's Koji.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm missing a book. Why am I missing a book? I need that book.
Because you've angered the spirits of the librarians.
How dare
I
you.
don't know.
I have a question, DM.
Okay.
Have you been remembering about Tasha's mind rip?
He has not made any attack rolls, but yes, he has only been taking... This is actually his first turn since he's been affected by it.
Yeah,
and he
I
only...
just wanted to know if you remember.
And he
He only
healed
took
himself.
one action, and it was to heal his boo-boos.
Okay.
He just went, the hell is that shit?
Yes.
I will be right back, because
After these messages.
I'm trying to find that book, and I don't know where it has gone. And I don't think I'm gonna find the book, but I'm at least gonna try.
For a Buick.
He's not gonna find it inside. I'm absolutely expecting Donkey Kong to swing from a tree.
One game series.
Just sounds
I-
like it.
I cannot find it, so... Oh well.
Oh no.
Spitball
Does
it.
not
Buick.
exist.
Spitball what it was.
What?
I was saying just spitball what it was. Improvise.
I'm probably gonna have to, but spitballing it can cause a problem.
Go for it.
Ah, okay. I have found what I needed. Excellent.
We're all doomed.
You found the power word kill description.
I found what I needed. And Romero is going to
Barrett.
5, 10, 15, 20. Move here. He kneels down next to Aurelia, taking aim with a crossbow that he takes a deep breath and fires. He'll have... And he crit fails, so...
Oh my god.
Mother of mercy.
Thor-
Never mind.
Thorgrim, evens or odds.
Odd.
Alright, if I roll an odd, it hits you. Alright, it hits Hubert.
Okay. Sorry, Hugh.
As with a loud kerchink, a crossbow bolt speeds forward, slamming into Hubert's leg, causing him to make a noise not of pain but of frustration as Romero grimaces.
A little to the left.
Sorry!
And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, bonus action, back behind cover. Thorgrim, your turn.
Thorgrim's just gonna roll his eyes and sigh and crack his knuckles and just be like, alright. My fucking character should just minimized.
Did you double click the top?
I didn't even single click.
Well, to unminimize it, you double click the opaque thing.
I just brought it back again. So yeah, Thorgrim is going to crack his knuckles and just be like, alright, hammer time! And he's gonna swing with his hammer. Actually, no, he's gonna swing with Excalibur, because he hasn't done that yet. So he's gonna whip it out and be like, hey look, I got a sword! It's got a rock on it! And it's gonna enter your face hole! And I'm gonna
I got a shrock.
I got a shrock! Or a roared, or something.
A whore.
Yeah. Reckless. Yeah. Reckless again. Yeah.
You swing Excalibur the first time, and you watch as the creature, gripping his own greatsword, leaps with you, blocking the first attack, only for you to very skillfully slide your weapon to the side, knocking his out of the way, and slamming Excalibur into his side.
Alright.
However, as it hits him, you don't feel like the damage was as impactful as it could have been.
Okay. I am going to spend one superiority die, for an extra 6 damage, and I would like a wisdom saving throw.
Hmm.
Okay. I'm going to spend my action surge. I'm going to hit 2 more times.
I may have been forgetting to add proficiency to wisdom saving throws because paladins are proficient in wisdom saving throws for some reason.
Yeah. Well, I hit at least 1 more time.
The 24 hits as well.
Cool. So that's...
And as you... Those were your punches, right?
Those were my action surge snacks.
Okay, gotcha.
And I'm going to spend 1 more superiority die per swing, so a total of 2 superiority die. First one, I'm going to roll an extra d8 for an extra damage, and I would like another wisdom save.
Right, 16.
Okay, that just... Wait. Does that save?
Got a new job, gonna start at the mall today.
Oh,
No, actually it doesn't save. It's
on my
DC
own for the
17.
first time.
So he is goaded towards me.
He's goated.
He's goaded. Isn't that great? He's
With
the
the
goat.
sauce?
Then I'm gonna use for my second hit, I'm gonna do another 1 damage, and I'm gonna need a strength save.
$25.
Okay. He is not knocked prone. And that is all of my actions.
As it comes to its turn. Yeah.
For the record, if I go silent, all of a sudden I've got a storm coming in, so just in case my power gets knocked out.
That's fair. Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Alright.
Okay. Does anyone die yet?
No. I forgot.
Jesus Christ.
I forgot I gave these abilities to this creature.
Oh no.
Oh, fun.
I don't like when you say that.
Okay. So. So, the creature, realizing that it is surrounded, will slowly reach up, grabbing its holy symbol, and as it does, the symbol will begin to glow with a reddish pink hue, and as it does, it is going to activate its avatar state. And it is
What is
going
that?
It is going to become the Plague Avatar, using its 20th level Paladin feature.
Yep, that's the capstone ability.
Well, there's
And-
another soundbite I forgot to add to the soundboard. What?
And as it does, you will watch as the flesh around it begins to become a darker red as blood pulses through the muscle tissue at a more rapid rate, and you all watch as large appendages grow from his back, looking similar to that of a mosquito's wings, as it will now gain a 60-foot flight speed.
Oh god.
Oh.
It became Beelzebub.
And it has other abilities that we'll get to whenever. But seeing as it is still under the effect of that spell LV cast,
Yep.
how long does it get a saving throw at the end of its turn?
I do
Oh,
not
nope.
believe so.
Nope, it only affects it for 1 round. Okay.
It's the duration.
So, actually, that means that it has free range to do whatever the fuck it wants to this turn.
I don't like that.
So,
Until the end of its next turn. Oh yeah, it can't take a reaction until the end of its next turn. And on its next turn, it
Big-
should be fine.
because it already had the turn where that it was restricted.
Yep. It just can't take a reaction until the end of this turn. Uh-oh.
I don't like that.
You
All right.
last turn.
This is going to be fun.
Oh no.
Wait, hold on, I have to reread this. Oh my. Okay.
Oh my god.
The creature is going to raise its hand towards you, Thorgrim, before suddenly lashing its tendril towards the other infected creature next to it, gripping it by its legs and pulling as it appears to try to knock the creature prone, which it succeeds. And as it does, it holds its holy symbol aloft, and you all see it have that same reddish pinkish glow as it will use one of its channeled divinities, and I need a Constitution save from Thorgrim and Hubert.
Is this poison?
It is not.
Okay. That's not good. That's really good.
Alright. So, as the thing glows, Thorgrim, you suddenly feel affected, and as you do, you feel your own legs get pulled out from under you as you are now knocked prone.
Huh. That's like a voodoo thing.
And then it will use its second attack action to attack you because you are prone.
Cool. Well, I mean, it had advantage anyway.
And it nat 20s you.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. I don't like that advantage talk. Hold on. Give me a second here. I have something with those advantages and disadvantages. Hold on. Oh, shit. How close am I to you?
I'm fairly certain you live on the west coast, so not really very close.
Oh, don't try to shift the subject. Don't you dare.
You're within 30 feet of Thorgrim and on the monster.
Alright. Oh, man, I gotta be careful, because you said you had advantage, right? So you would just re-roll with the...
Yeah, he has advantage.
He does have advantage?
It may prevent the crit, at the very least.
Yeah, that's why I want to make sure. I have something that has something to do with those.
I'm
I think
going
they're
to
just talking about, and if you do, you have
going to
like
assume
5
it's
uses
that.
of them. No, talking about a different one. And if it's the one I'm
Okay.
thinking of, she has 5 uses of it. If you're thinking about how many times you can do it.
Well, I'm trying to think of what it's called. I have a bunch of like reactions. That's all I
think
am.
it's
I'm a reaction character.
Store balance.
Restore balance.
Have you
Okay.
got save scum?
Oh, we lost somebody. Who did we lose?
Barbara.
Yeah, so
Hi, Barbara.
I don't really like this timeline. I'm gonna search for a different timeline. AK, I'm making you re-roll with neither of those, I think.
You gotta
Hold on.
You gotta show me the ability.
Yeah. Restore balance. Okay, here you go.
Starting at first level, you connection to the plane, include order, allows you to equalize chaotic moments on creature.
Yes, I don't want you to have advantage.
Disadvantage. You can use your reaction to prevent the roll from being affected by advantage or disadvantage. Okay, so I'm gonna be nice here, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that his first roll was still a nat 20.
What?
So it changes nothing.
Yeah, that
So,
wouldn't. Yeah.
so he's still going to crit Thorgrim if you use this ability.
Okay, so I have to. Oh, that's fucked. I have to use the other one, don't I? Hold on.
You don't have to. You can let
Well,
it
really
work.
nice.
I have to protect my friends. It's my team way. Oh, I haven't had friends before. This sucks.
Someone is like gnawing on the computer.
Okay,
Yeah, you okay, dude?
It's
how
not
did
bad,
this
really.
interaction work? I guess
Probably
it's Koji. He's chewing on a bone.
Oh.
Starting at 14th level, you can peer through possible futures, imagine you pull one of them into events around you, ensuring a particular outcome. When you or a creature within 60 feet of you makes an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw, you can use your reaction to ignore the die roll and decide whether the number rolled is the minimum needed to succeed, or one less than the number.
Basically, she just decides whether it hits or not.
Use this feature, you gain 1 level of exhaustion, but by only finishing a long rest can you remove a level of exhaustion gained this way. Okay. So basically, the way this ability will work is
You're really going ham, buddy. I'm so sorry.
if you use this ability, since his nat 20 is the one that will succeed, you make it to where he rolls 1 under what it would take to hit Thorgrim in his prone state.
Yes.
Be a 15. My AC is 16.
So it'd be a 14 or 15. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, he misses with his critical hit, and then will spread his little insectoid wings and attempt to fly away, provoking an attack of opportunity from Beastie.
Oh, and I'm gonna come back out of my timeline visibly exhausted. Also,
Alright.
after searching through timelines.
From Beastie, Hubert, Hoppy, and Thorgrim, but Thorgrim, you will make yours at disadvantage as you were prone.
Yep.
Sorry, what's
Very
it?
fair.
You need to
Fuck,
make you can make an attack of opportunity if you would like
Oh
it.
my god, Hubert.
Hubert is really good.
Jesus God.
God damn it. I'm sorry, Luna.
Oh,
You're fine.
damn you, disadvantage?
No, there's something I could have done that would have made you not have to use that.
It's okay. I care about my friends.
Beastie
I'll say that as
misses.
a player.
Thorgrim misses. Does Hoppy want to make an attack of opportunity?
Yes.
Hoppy misses. So Hubert is locked in to hurt this thing. Dealing 15 slashing damage. 7 cold damage. Wait, hold on. I'm doing this wrong. That wasn't 7. That wasn't 15. That was 16, and then 9. 16, 9 cold, and now we get the Radianti damage. Right. For 57 radiant damage. Because fuck this thing. 7 radiant damage. And then, with its 60-foot fly speed, it's gonna fly 5 feet up. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and 60, and land beside you, Jubilee.
Uh-oh.
Buzz, buzz.
And fly, buzz.
Stranger danger.
Alright. Elvie, your turn.
How close are you now? Excellent. I think I'm supposed to have 70 feet away. Interesting.
That is something.
Interesting. And I can very easily draw a neat path from myself to you without accidentally barbecuing stuff. Excellent! Since you were ever so kind to show that you had a channel divinity as well, Big Paladin, allow me to show you mine as well. I am going to... Elvie is going to take a lodestone from her pocket, lift it into the air, and hold it in place, and the lodestone will float in the air when she lets go of it and start to spin, and she will take a pinch of dust from her spell component pouch and throw it at the lodestone, and the lodestone is going to continue to spin faster and faster, and out of the spinning lodestone will pop out a laser of electric blue energy as she fires a disintegrate, and is going to use her channel divinity after changing it, using your chain lightning spell into a lightning damage spell, meaning the lightning damage spell will do maximum damage. I will need a dexterity saving throw.
Alright. 21.
That is insufficient, sir.
It will use a legendary resistant to succeed the saving throw.
Shit, I forgot you still had those.
And as you charge up the beam and fire it, you see the creature look towards it, and you've never seen any of these things appear to show fear, and for the briefest moment, it looks as if it's truly afraid about what's about to hit it, before just barely at the last possible nanosecond, it manages to swerve its body as your blast soars into the distance, causing an electric eruption and vaporizing one of the large mushrooms.
And then she is going to hop off of the rock and very slowly move to about here. And as she is walking, using her staff of power as a walking stick, she's going to just keep her eyes locked on this infected knight and say, if I were you, I would get away from her now.
You hear a bunch of gurgles in response, as it appears that the flesh that is growing on it has grown down its throat.
So, like, it's basically choking on those growths, so it can't speak.
Not seemingly.
Wonderful. Yeah, that'll be Oli's turn.
Calodius.
Well, now that the things in front of him are all dead, he's gonna, I guess, start making his way back to the group and hopefully help out there, so... Double move, and yeah. That's really all I can do. His rage will end, so I'll have to re-pop it.
Alright. So it moves to the last light. Will use his action. And as he does, he grips his holy symbol, and you all feel the area around you getting hotter and hotter before large wings made of fire sprout out of his back as he looks up, flames billowing out of his visor. As he will 15, 20, 60 fly in at high speeds, bringing back his warhammer to try and take down the creature. That's a hit. That's a miss. So he crashes his warhammer over the head of the creature, dealing 5 points of bludgeoning damage. Ten points of wee damage, and then we'll tack on a smite. Attack on his radiant smite. (21 radiant damage). And let's see. Okay, the spell doesn't have save apparently. Interesting.
Oh, excuse me.
13, 15, 16, 22. And 35 force damage.
Nice.
And as he does, he slams into the creature, and you all see a chunk of flesh seem to turn to dust before being very quickly regrown over the now missing chunk as the last light lands, burning with a very strong heat that can be felt even from the farthest distance. Jubilee, I need you to roll a Constitution
star.
saving throw.
Oh.
Otto is going to use his second port to make that a 17.
Okay, makes it a 17.
And the dice?
4.
Yeah.
So 21.
Alright, you're good.
Alright. I'll be real, I think you should have saved it, but that's fine. I appreciate it nonetheless.
I'm not risking anything with infection shit.
Why not? You don't want to end up like an infection.
I'm immune to
you?
disease, though.
About that.
We've established that it doesn't work.
Yeah. It's not good.
And this guy just so happens to have an aura that makes it if you're immune to conditions, you're not.
Oh, well, fuck. Great. Thanks.
So, I have a question. Is this creature considered undead?
It is not. It is very much alive.
And I'm assuming not a fiend either, then.
It is not.
Well, first things first, I'm gonna do my heat metal damage on my bonus action.
Oh,
I don't know where that radiant... Oh, ignore the radiant part. I accidentally added that what I was going to do next. Which was swing with my longsword and do a smite on it.
That hits.
This is the one that's supposed to have the radiant damage attached to it. And of course I rolled the lowest at that point. Fuck.
And it says there that your sword is silvered, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. You deal double damage with your slashing.
Wait, what?
portion.
Hey guys, silver works too.
And you hear the flesh make a loud noise, and as you slice through it, a blob comes off of him and lands next to him.
Uh-oh.
Definitely should burn that in a moment. Bonus action, and oh no, I already used my bonus action for the heat metal thing. So yeah, that's my turn.
Don't you have 2 attacks?
And not
Or are
as
you
hard.
not? Okay, you're not that high then.
No, I'm only level 3 paladin. I need to be at least level 5 for that.
Ricardo will run to you, Jubilee, before placing a hand on your shoulder, and goes, "Do you have a means to get out of here?"
Yes.
Can you take me with you?
Emergency arises.
Can you take me with you if we do it?
I will, but I will not try to be going too far away from my lady, so I don't know if you... Yeah, well, you know.
How can you get us out of at least melee range?
An easy dimension door. I could take us halfway across the field.
What level of spell is that?
Like a level 4? Yeah, 4.
Okay. So he will use 4 dice and will grip onto your shoulders tightly and says, "Well, get us out of here then!" And you are allowed to use your reaction to cast the Dimension Door if you would like.
Alright, I will help our friend then. And I will put us right near Adel, because that seems to be a good place for his spellcasting ways.
Alright, and you gain...
Hello again, Adel.
You gain 20 temporary HP.
Oh, nice.
As Ricardo pats you on the shoulder and goes, "Good job."
Alright, now try not to stay away from her side. She should be in a place where melee's not a thing either.
George, your turn.
Alright. George steals a Register of Flame. Is going to bonus action cast Misty Step. Now he's going to teleport here. Is going to move up to here using his movement. And then I need, I guess, the Paladin to make a Dexterity saving throw. So he's
13.
using That fails, so he's using the ability of his Infested Hero Flame. And he's going to take 48 fire damage, which I'm just going to show what I can take, see the ability.
So they can see the ability of Pator Fui Fui!
Squawk, fui.
That's the last one.
Okay, so you're also engulfing the flesh.
Yeah.
Okay, roll damage.
20 fire damage.
Anything else, George?
Nope, that'll be his turn for now.
To zoom out for this person. Alright. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Oh fuck, there are more folks.
10, 15, 20. Yeah.
No
and
duck!
The two up north have since
I pointed that out earlier, and you didn't say anything.
and the two infected have found an uninfected living thing.
Oh no! Off the uninfected duck.
If duck don't get away from it, it might become an infected duck.
Well, when can duck move? It's
On
not
your
the
turn.
initiative. Alright.
Yeah, it's your familiar. It acts on your turn. It's your summon. And that creature is knocked prone. Has to use its entire turn to stand. Now that we're at the top of the initiative, I will have to take a very brief pause.
Alright. Anyone else here roll? Sorry, her roll 20. I wasn't sure what it was.
Alright, I am back with early fries and dino chicken nuggets.
Hell
Nice.
yes.
Ooh.
Because I'm an adult and I eat adult foods.
Damn right.
Whoop. Whoop. Hubert isn't really. God damn it, Hubert. Hubert isn't really invested in killing this thing, but the sooner he gets rid of any threat nearby, the better. And as he does, he expertly manages to take it out, and then will 30 head towards the pertinent threat. Beastie, your turn.
Alright. BC is also going to start heading towards that permanent threat, but we'll give a cursory glance over towards Duck. We'll see Duck is about to be attacked, and it's going to, let's see, going to make sure that Duck does not get attacked. Want to charge right on in.
I'm gonna save my feathery boy.
And it's going to charging attack, this one.
Alright.
Let's see. Charge. It's that one. Alright. They'll be reckless, so plus 5. Attack. Goodness me. Good thing that was reckless.
You would have hit regardless.
Oh. That's 17 plus 5.
Alright.
Well, picking up Duck counts as an action or something.
I'll let it be your bonus action if you really want to.
But she dashed. Oh no.
Walking is a free action.
Yeah, but she moved from here. That's...
Talking is a free action.
Oh, talking. She'll tell Duck to hop on.
Duck will flop and land on your shoulder.
Alright. Then she will
Anything else?
Yeah, she'll attack again. Whoops. Not that.
That'll hit.
Still 20. Ha. And then that's your turn.
It'll start day.
Alright. Ella's going to roll her shoulders. Well, first she'll use her bonus action to activate her wings. She's going to roll her shoulders while stepping forward, while cock her fists, and then it's going to cast Scorching Ray.
On.
The Paladin. This Paladin. At 8th level. That'll be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow.
Your 21 hit.
Of all the
That's
things.
crazy.
You know what? No, I'm gonna Seeking Spell. I'm gonna Seeking Spell every single one that missed. I have enough sorcerer points.
Are you serious?
Yes! I have 17 sorcerer points and it's the end of the day. I ain't gonna be using them for nothing else.
That's like 6 sorcerer points.
Like that, 15. Alright. So, everyone except 21 missed, right?
Yep.
Alright. So that's 6 sorcerer points. So that'll be, and I threw 8. No. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now I have to throw 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jesus. 6, 7, 8. There we go. How's it looking after all that?
Looking rough, but it's still standing.
Alright. She will use her Hydra Amulet, tap with bonus action again, then quick and cast Scorching Ray again.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Goodness gracious.
Good job.
Free fall of the fire.
Thank you.
Are you
Congratulations.
Are you going to Seeking Spell this one too?
Can I?
I mean, there's no restriction on how many sorcery points you can use in a single turn.
Then yes, I sure am.
Uh-huh.
Hey, so our misses into hits at least.
Yep.
Alright. Anything else?
It's still standing, goddamn.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, that's it. It looks a bit flabbergasted that he's still standing after all that.
My god, he survived my combo.
I mean, she could have kept going.
Model.
Yeah, is that because, I might try something here. Never mind. He's going to just do what he was going to do before. And it's going to move over at the door. It's going to move over to here. And he's just going to firebolt. What?
just the idea of the guy decked out in armor and is a very skilled magician. Firebolt! Pew!
Has a mace of smiting, has a robot that can do things for him. Is able to literally change options that can change time or realities. Chooses just firebolt.
Spit hot fire! That hits.
18 fire damage.
Alright. Anything else? As he is still standing.
He's also going to attack on his psionic damage and what's it called? The what's the name I'm thinking of? Arcane Jolt. It's 10 psychic damage, and that wasn't meant to be that. 6 force damage.
Alright. Anything else?
And then he will command Hoppy to make sure that the other thing does not get up.
And how does Hoppy do this?
I essentially imagine him just hovering over this thing with his fist ready just to punch him again if it starts to get back up. Because he remembers that thing didn't use fire, or I don't think that thing had fire on it, so he's just watching it.
Just looming red eyes, this thing wakes up, just punches it back to sleep.
Fucking move, I dare you.
That's so fucked.
Hoppy's got some anger to let out after that fucking other thing.
Aurelia, your turn.
So I'm a little exhausted, so I'm leaning against my staff, and then I'm gonna smile at Hubert and walk past him. Like with a little jaunts. I think that's like 30. I think this is 30. Hold on, let me double check. And we got the measure around here. 30. Okay, you know what? Bonus action, I'm gonna use my little step right here, and I'm gonna step right here. Mr. Hotsman with the holy magic. Do you care if we recover his sigil and his armor?
I assume you're talking to the last light.
Yes.
He just clenches his weapon and his shield and says, if the graces allow, but I would prefer it dead beforehand. Meaning, he wants it dead before he wants to salvage anything.
What happens if I do this? Hold on. Sorry, I wanna check how much damage this does. That seems like a lot of damage. Might kill it. I'm gonna upcast. Well, I'm just reading it, so it's pretty hard to read on laptop. Give me a second in the solar. I'm gonna cast Disintegrate at the 7th level.
Jesus.
Yeah, I want it dead. I don't want it to infect my friends. I only have one friend, it's Pip, and I have no friends now. So kind of leaning against my staff. I'm gonna attempt to cast this spell. Her eyes are gonna snap wide, and they're gonna fracture a bit with like a bit of shattering glass slits from within her eyes, her irises. And the air around her hand is gonna distort violently as she reaches forward, fingers clawing at reality itself, and a sickly green-black energy is gonna cackle around in her palm. Alright, so I need to roll for hits, right?
No, he has to roll a dex save.
Oh, okay.
And he rolled a 20.
Damn.
Reroll. Silver barb from the bottle.
Alright, this time he rolls a 16, so he failed. And he will use his last legendary action to succeed.
Can I counter that at all or anything?
It's not a counter. It's not a spell, so no.
Yeah, it's just automatic succeeds. How's that? I'm guessing that also goes over portents, right?
Yes.
And that goes over my time magic? Fuck.
Yeah, as soon as he says I succeed the saving throw, that's all there is to it with legendary resistance.
But now he can't do that
Do I
ability
get any
anymore.
dialogue? Do I get something out of this weird thing? Like it's
He just says I succeed.
You want to know what you get?
What?
You get him saying,
Yeah, it's pretty much how it's
So, glad
I finally got to use that one.
once again, as the creature is being bombarded from every side, it senses impending doom from behind it and looks towards you, Aurelia, as you fire the beam which would erase it from existence. And once again, just very narrowly manages to avoid being hit. And you can all tell that it is beginning to get tired.
Damn it. I could just be tired, I'm so sorry. Do we see the cackle just like fly past it into a mountain and it just erases a hole in a tree or something?
It flies off, hits some random tree just disappears.
Oh, she's gonna lean against her staff.
Don't have a Wilhelm scream on the board.
She's gonna lean against her staff and end her turn.
The last light will look to you and say, "You are doing your best and I appreciate it."
Thank you.
At the end of your turn, Aurelia, big bad creature is going to use a legendary action to attempt to grapple the last light.
Oh.
And as it does, it...
No matter what roll with it. Wait, no, I have no reactions. Fuck.
I have a reaction.
And it throws its sword down, which you see is still connected to him by sinew, as he reaches for the last light, who at the time is looking at you and doesn't seem to notice that he is about to get grabbed.
Can I Convergent Future that and take on 2 points of exhaustion?
I'm fairly certain you only get to do that once per long rest.
You gain 1 level exhaustion only by finishing one. Can I remove a level exhaustion? I think I can stack it.
Wow, yeah, if there... Hold on, let me go reread it myself real quick.
I wouldn't recommend it, but go for it.
What happens at the second level?
So, normally, your movement speed would be halved, but you're just going to take a -2 on every roll you make. But you can only remove 1 point of exhaustion per long rest.
Per long rest.
Unless you get greater restoration, which will take away 1.
No, it won't, because specifically at the bottom of the ability, when you use this feature, you gain 1 level of exhaustion only by finishing the long rest if you remove it.
Hold on, is there anything else I could do?
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Resting only removes 1 level of exhaustion.
I know, but I think Aurelia likes him. She doesn't want him to get killed. God, let me see what else I can do.
You also have silver bars, I think. I think that was another spell you have.
No, that's not good enough.
You also have another spell that actually could go well in this situation.
Well, it's not a spell; it's a grapple, so I can't distract it, right?
No, you have a spell that breaks that. That changes that.
Is it Chronal Shift? Why, dude? What is going on? Who's looking at my spells? Stop it! I'm trying to look at my sheet, you fucker.
I literally helped you with your spells.
I know, but I'm trying to read, and you're like making me navigate to spells for some reason. Hold on.
I just told you it was a spell. Okay.
Once you see resistance, feel the magical energy at the blade. That could have been useful earlier. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Okay, wait, can I Chronal Shift it?
I don't know. What's that ability do? Second level, you can magically exert limited control over the flow of time around a creature as a reaction after you or a creature you see within 30 feet of you makes an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw. You can force the creature to re-roll. You make this decision after you see whether the roll exceeds or fails, or use this result of the second roll.
It's not guaranteed, though.
But you can use it.
It's not guaranteed, though.
Correct. It is not guaranteed, but you can use it.
Wait, what did my, you remember when we were discovering the hourglass? What did the hourglass do? There was something with the hourglass I discovered.
Did you
what
write
was it? I did, but it's in my office and I'm sick. Take pity. It was, I could reroll an action I see, right?
The only pity I will take on you is it is somewhere in our DMs.
Okay, I'll check. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I usually prep my turns in advance.
I have set a time bomb somewhere, and it's only a matter of time before someone sees it.
What?
Huh?
I have put something
everyone.
Okay, I can cast haste or slow.
Where's the goose?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
What is it? I forgot. There was something we could do. Remember, it was at the mop bucket?
Yeah, I remember.
I didn't write it on the character sheet because I was asking about it. Oh, okay. That's about something I shouldn't talk about in this session. Where is it? Level 2 in the hourglass. Yeah, we discovered that. I think that was later, though. Wait, I don't think it's in our DMs.
I think it was. I think it's in the Roll20 DMs because that's where I typed it. Which is probably off in the ethos at this point because of how much.
Oh no!
Oh, no,
I'm gonna have to get my notebook.
You just
I
have
like
to
my
scroll
Convergent Future.
about 200 pages worth of Roll20 chat to find it.
Yeah. I think it was something.
I have a question.
Yo.
Where'd the blob go?
What blob?
Oh no! You ain't gaslighting me. I remember when I specifically cut into the thing, a blob fell off, and you mentioned it, and you put a marker there, and the marker's gone now.
So anyway, I have to answer one question at a time. Aurelia, it allowed you to undo one action that you saw occur as a reaction, so long as the creature failed a wisdom saving throw to your spell save DC.
Shit! Okay.
Also chaos, that blob got fucking ignited by Jay.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I got friends to protect me now. Convergent future, because I like taking risks, and I want to make sure he doesn't die.
Alright, so as you do this, you see an instance where the last light notices just at the last second and prevents himself from getting grabbed. And as you converge this timeline into this one, the last light holds up his shield, knocking the grapple away, gritting his teeth, as it seems that he is very much invested on not getting infected.
I'm gonna smile and then lean against my staff as I'm more tired.
And then the creature will use its second attack to attempt to grapple him again.
Oh boy.
Fuck! I forgot! Oh my god, it was all... No! The legendary one sounded scarier. The legendary one sounded scary.
Alright.
Someone please help.
The last light manages to deflect the next attack, the next attempted grapple, and then, as the final part of its turn, it will attempt to grapple him one last time.
Oh my god, we're not at the park yet.
Which the last light manages to fend off once again.
Now we are.
Okay.
Romero will look towards one of the bodies laying on the ground before moving towards it, using his bonus action to douse the thing in what appears to be gunfire, taking 2 steps back, raising his crossbow and firing, igniting the corpse on fire, which you all hear it scream and begin to writhe before eventually burning into ash. Thorgrim.
Yep.
Your turn.
Okay, so big guy's the only one left, seemingly, eh?
No, there's 2 over near Beastie.
Oh, I thought one of them's dead though, right?
It's on the ground, yeah.
Okay, Thorgrim will... Yep, he will do another double move using a key point to step of the wind and his way over. And he is going to, after hearing about the silver, pull out his silver warhammer, and he's going to make a couple reckless swings at the creature. Yeah, and yeah. Ugh. Gross.
Those still hit, though.
Yeah, it's just, you know.
I mean, now your silvered warhammer's dealing full damage instead of half damage, at least.
Yeah. So... Yeah, I'm gonna... Actually, no, I'm not gonna spend superiority die. I'm gonna save it for the big guy. So yeah, I'll just do that, and then I will spend another couple key points for flurry, and I'm going to
Alright. So, lucky for you, these things don't have reactions. So your first hit slams into it, dealing a little bit of damage and causing it to make very raspy noises, but once again, you don't feel like it felt the full impact of the blow.
Damn it.
Anything else?
Nope. I'm good.
Time for Bad Mama Jamma's turn. He is going to use an attack action to shove.
Is that the shove?
Yeah.
Can't grab you, so I might as well push you.
As soon as I remember how to do this. Because things are weird. He has to make an athletics. And he is shoved back 5 feet, at which point the paladin creature will take off into the air, flying towards the infected river, and dive bombs under the water.
Uh-oh.
Sylvie.
Okay, that's a problem. LB is going to look to the river and is going to move just right beside Autumn, let's say. And is going to, using her Staff of Power, is going to touch the bottom of it to the ground. Is going to cast a globe of invulnerability around herself.
Invulnerable.
Invulnerability. I believe it's also.
Okay, Sylvester Stallone.
I believe that would also go for Autumn. Yeah, it's a 10-foot radius, so. Model is right next to me. It should wrap around him as well.
Alright.
Do you want me to draw a circle?
It's up to you.
Okay.
Anything else?
No. No, I think that'll do for now. As a free action, she'll look to Otto and say, "Be ready." It seems to be planning something.
Could also just be running.
Possibly. I'm not going to take my chances, though.
I think maybe we should be running.
Possibly.
This is their home turf, and more of them are going to come.
I will not leave until that thing is dead. The last line says to you.
Alright, I guess we're not leaving then.
It is a mockery of my brother, simply using his body for its own nefarious deeds. I will not leave.
I understand that. But if you want a better chance at ridding this island of that thing, you need to be alive and uninfected.
And now that it knows that we're here, what is to stop it from following us?
That's a fair point.
Melodius on his turn is just
Speaking of Scalodius on his turn, it's your turn.
He walks up, starts taking a deep breath in, and is just gonna
Scalodius, don't do
fire
that.
his radiant. Oh,
Yep,
mind.
it's too late. He's already said he fired.
No, I thought he was gonna jump in. That's why I thought he was going with that.
rah. Vegeta, look, I'm a fire in my laser.
Okay.
He just starts bathing the water in holy fire.
But it's fire.
It's technically
Technically
radiant
not,
damage, but it's not.
It only looks like
And holy light. Sorry, I should have said it that way. And yeah, he's just gonna spend his turn just breathing on the water, I guess.
Idiot.
If anything, I mean, he's hoping he'll at least scare it or flush it out. Maybe he'll boil the water, who knows.
You do hear it sizzle a bit, but it does not resurface because it's not its turn. Last light. We'll fly over to the river before holding his shield and his mace above his head, and you all see as above the sky gets brighter for a long while before he swings both his shield and his mace downward, and a pillar of light comes careening down, slamming into the area that the creature went under. And it sears the area for 14 radiant damage. And 25 fire damage. And as it does, you watch as a font of steam goes into the air, popping and crackling as he clears out a portion of the river, and due to how thick and sludgy the river is, it is unable to cover the area in water again quickly. So he is now exposed. Jubilee.
Jubilee is going to see him from where she is.
This is the line of uncongealment presently.
And feels like a fireball would probably be bad for the two that are closest to the thing, but unless I can see like ground underneath the guy.
You can see ground. He's at the bottom of what would be the riverbank.
Then fuck it, we ball. Okay, and I ignore the radiant because I forgot to turn off the modifier. God damn it.
There.
Also rolled like shit.
Wait, who are you fireballing?
Burn.
What?
The big guy that just got exposed.
He's like 10 feet under the riverbank. You'd have to get closer. Even if it's only your movement speed closer, you wouldn't be able to see.
Fireball has 150 foot range.
Yes, but you still need to see the target. You can't see the bottom of the lake.
He's saying like you can't see down.
Okay, Okay, fair enough. I misinterpreted what you said before. So if I moved like over on the road, would I be able to see him?
Sure.
From the angle. Okay.
I'll say yes
Nice
because
show.
I can't be bothered to figure out the actual math I'd have to do. Yeah,
Okay, so
that'd be fine.
And Hadouken. So that's a total of 33. Ignore the radiant part. I keep forgetting to turn that off.
Oh, you have cast it. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. There's the fireball feet down where the creature looks towards it, and it slams into it. You hear it let out a muffled and pained noise as it slowly goes down to its knees, holding onto the hilt of its sword, which is implanted in the ground. Its head down, and it seems defeated.
Tiefling, I believe you got it.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Is that all, Jubilee?
Yeah, that'll be all for now. I would say someone else torch it just in case. Double tap it.
Ricardo is going to take his first action, pulling out a grenade and tossing it towards the bodies, causing a large flame to spread out, engulfing them as the two that he threw the essentially napalm upon screech out in pain before burning to dust.
Oh shit, did we get him?
To dust you shall return.
George.
George is going to step a bit over here, then walk another 30 feet, standing on top of the bridge and aiming down. Is going to use his investiture of flame to cover the thing up with fire. So on fire.
Okay.
Would need to roll a dex save unless I just wanted to roll the damage.
Just roll damage. Okay. You see the flame burning across its body, but it's still not going completely up in smoke.
Alright. That'll be his turn then.
That one missed its attack. Okay, Hubert's turn. Yes, he will. Assume that Thorgrim and Beastie have it up there. We'll move back to Ilsarte. Beastie.
Alright. Yeah, I've been here. Don't worry.
Making sure you're there. Did you? Let's see. All right, that one goes down.
You know, I've noticed a certain thing has not left the initiative order, and I am very concerned.
You mean the initiative order has not left the initiative order?
No. Everything that we have killed has not left the initiative order for several rounds now.
That's why we're burning bodies, and we still need to burn this stuff over here.
I thought I had burned them already.
You fireballed them, and that's what took them down.
Okay.
Anything else?
Gotta make
Pete?
sure there's
Oh,
nothing
we need
left.
to fireball those.
No, that's it.
Alright. It'll start.
Alright. Edel's going to look over towards those other corpses, and let's go with fireballing again. All of them.
Okay. Roll damage.
Until there's nothing left.
Rip and tear.
Until it is done.
Burn and
Fire.
singe until there is none.
The fire engulfs them all, and you hear a cacophony of screams before silence.
Alright.
Sound of silence.
Edel is then going to fly up a little bit higher, about 50 feet, and then is going to quick and cast Scorching Ray on this motherfucker.
Hey, Vegeta.
Bitch, please. Vegeta's jealous of my Dark Elf swagger.
He's straight up doing the thing where he's just throwing every single key blast he has at something.
And unlike Vegeta, it actually works.
Fuck.
Prince of all Saiyans, my ass. Prince of 3 people. I'm a princess of thousands, fucking. Vegeta fucking wishes.
Ah.
So, is its corpse still there?
As you fire, you all feel the ground rumble, and as it does, you see a wall of muscle tissue rise up, taking the brunt of the attacks and getting engulfed in fire, which it begins to writhe and wreathe before turning to ash itself.
Okay.
Oh, this is its favorite toy.
That was not good.
Seems like something does not want us to get rid of this one.
Last slides, I don't think we can kill this thing right now.
He does not reply to you.
Last slide.
He does not reply to you.
Last slide, listen to me. I understand your anger at seeing what he did, what this thing has done to your people. But this is just, I don't mean this in a bad way, but focusing all of your energy here is short-sighted. You know what you need to do. This isn't it.
This ain't it, bruv.
Roll persuasion.
Alright.
Hey, that's pretty good.
He sits there for a minute, seeming to contemplate your words, and then he just says, I'll finish it alone if I have to.
Oh boy.
Fortunately, we kind of need him, so we can't let him do that.
And we won't.
You could.
We won't.
But we won't.
Adel,
Yes.
George pull out. I may have a plan if we are able to keep this thing down until then. Or actually, fuck, I wish I said this earlier. If you're able to come around to it again and nothing happens, wall of flame around it.
Alright.
Or on top of it. Or the way that it does, it's where it just will constantly burn, I guess.
Anything else, Adelsardi?
Oh, that's it.
Otto.
Otto, seeing this thing in there, is going to just say, do we want that thing out of there?
Probably a good idea.
Okay, say less. And he is going to point at it. And he is going to be casting I find the spell. I used this spell before. Why did I not add it to the list? Vortex Warp.
Okay. Where's it going?
He is setting it right next to. He's gonna set it right next to the last light.
North, south, east, west, northeast, southeast.
Probably over here, like just so it's away from the water.
Not next to him.
Well, close to him.
Southwest, just southwest corner of them.
I don't want this thing to all of a sudden explode and then we lose last light. Okay, it shouldn't be getting protected anymore. Nope.
Anything else, Otto?
Oh, let's start burning.
Oh, yes, he's going to action surge.
Okay.
And you said if you cast a spell, you can't use higher than a
Second.
second? Okay. And since everyone's been having fun with that, he is going to also Scorching Ray. So he can fire out of the globe, right?
Do what?
Can he fire out of the globe?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's going to do Scorching Ray. Do I roll can banish this thing's incapacitate? Actually, that doesn't work for long range, does it?
No, if anything, you'd roll for disadvantage because it's technically prone.
Oh, okay. Well, shit. Okay. That'll be 12, 14, and 23.
Alright. So your first two bounce off its armor, and as your third would hit it, another tendril of flesh breaks from the ground, taking the brunt of the attack and burning away.
Huh. Alright, that'll be Paul's turn then. Then Hoppy is still just watching the the one next to him.
Fucking dare you, mate. Aurelia.
Fucking get up.
Hi. Hello, guys. How are you? I was expecting a high back, but like no one said anything there.
Whoa.
Poppy will wave to you and go, hello.
Mr. Hot's Paladin Man. She's gonna weakly wave her left hand that has the pendant on it that he gave her.
For the sake of shipping, we got him. That paladin has to live now.
The last light will look at you and say, yes.
I'm going to deal with your friends now, but I don't know what will be left of him.
I kindly ask you allow me.
Oh,
I do
sure.
I do not think he will stand again before I can get my hands on him.
Can I prep a move?
Sure, you can hold an action.
This is like one of those, those like choices you get in games where it's like they will remember that.
Yep, it sure is. So what's your choice?
Should I have something in case it does?
I would recommend handling the other bodies, personally. They will likely stand up again soon, if you do not handle them quickly.
Okay. She's gonna weakly chaunt with her staff. Is this like a solid tree line right here? Like, what is this?
Those are mushrooms.
Okay, so they're dome. Are they like the Minecraft mushrooms where it's like they come down to the ground, or are they like I can see under them?
You could feasibly walk under them if you want to risk it.
Oh, right. It's all what matter is like fucked here, isn't it?
You don't know.
All is flesh.
There
All
could
you know
be
is could be
nothing.
a different kind of mushroom.
Yeah, there could be nothing under those mushrooms. I could just be saying if you want to risk it to mess with you, but I'll never tell.
That's called gaslighting, and it's fucked.
It's not gaslighting. I'm just not telling you.
That's what he does.
Bonus
Gaslight.
action.
Gaslighting is going out of my way to lie to you, trying to convince you it's the truth. I'm just not telling you the truth nor a lie.
I'm gonna step forward very weakly, and there's gonna be a clock under me, and then I'm gonna boop right here, walk right here, and right there, and I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray because everyone else was casting it.
It looks so
All the
fun
cool
when
kids are
everyone
doing
else
it.
was doing it.
I'm just gonna do it very weakly because I don't have much energy left.
Okay.
She's going to raise her hands. Fingers splayed and burning sigils are going to ignite in the air around her, and she's going to fire one at each of them.
Alright, roll to hit.
Okay, does that mean I click on the spell again?
Yes. And we will subtract 2 from it because you have 2 points of exhaustion.
Oh, right. Maybe I should upcast that shit, shouldn't I?
Upcasting won't make it.
I don't think it affects.
It does give me
doesn't affect
more
your
beams to potentially hit them, right?
Yes.
What did I use? Fuck it! I have to sleep for 2 days anyways! I'm gonna use another 4th level slot, so I have... Math. Is that 5 beams? That should be enough. Should be enough, surely.
It will be 5 beams.
Oh, Jesus!
Alright.
2 nat 20s in a row.
From where you're standing, you usually hit all 3 of them, so I need to know targets.
Okay. This one. And these 2.
Okay, so you're targeting the one on the left first.
Yeah.
Roll 2d6.
The one that Hoppy's like standing over ready to punch.
Roll 2d6 fire damage for me.
Okay.
Poppy punch.
Coffee! Alright. The body has not gone up in flame yet.
Okay, what about the next one? The ones on the right?
Do you want to target those, or do you want to keep laying into...
Oh, I'll lay into that one. Another
Alright.
sigil unignites as I fire another one in it.
Roll 2d6. And with that, that one goes up in flame.
Okay. 3 more on these guys.
Who are you targeting first?
The one on the left.
Okay. Roll 2d6.
Okay.
Alright. Roll 2d6 plus 12 if you're still targeting the one on the right.
2d6 plus 12?
Yep, because you crit. So 18.
Yeah.
That one burns away. And now 2d6 plus 12 on the next one. Another 18, which causes that one to burn away.
Okay, is the threat's gone? Can I fall on the ground?
Falling on the ground is a free action if you want to.
Oh, I feel like I'm pretty tired, right?
You're a little tired.
Okay, I'm gonna fall on the ground.
You're
Fulgrim
like
lights his hammer on fire, and he raises it up, and only is about to swing down, when all of a sudden, pew pew pew. Oh.
I was gonna do that.
I will go on hammer.
Yeah, I'm asleep now.
Alright. With that, since the other enemy cannot move before the last light can move, combat is effectively over.
Oh. That was.
Oh wait, so I'm gonna walk over to this.
And you all watch as the last light walks towards the figure. I'm removing the X, don't panic. But he's still down. As the last
Disintegrating ray.
As the last light walks over, he sets his shield in the dirt so that it's standing and drops his warhammer. And says, brother so weary, for death you must yearn. It's time for you to pass on, but first you must burn. And he grabs the infected paladin by the shoulders, and as they begin to lock eyes, you watch as the last light's eyes burn brightly, fire coming out of his visor, as his fiery phoenix wings spread out wide behind his back. The creature before him attempts to struggle, letting out a cry, as eventually his entire body is engulfed in flame, so hot it sears the ground a charcoal black before the last light lets his hands go, leaving only a charred corpse where the infected entity had once sat.
Fatality.
Before the last light lets out a very soft and tired sigh.
Are we sure that will be sufficient?
Yes, burning the bodies away is the only way to ensure they do not get back up. If there's nothing left of them, they cannot regenerate.
I'm finding it very difficult to believe that anything can rest in this damnable place.
And the last light will look to the charred skeleton, which is slowly beginning to become dust. As he appears to be praying.
Goes just kind of stands beside the man and puts his hands together in a silent prayer to show respect.
LV will also do so, being the last of the 3 religious people here.
He's religious.
I'm gonna put my
There's a
hand
difference
against my staff and fall asleep.
Huh.
Full rest.
Thorgrim will walk over and
Milady, I believe one of us might have to retrieve our time friend.
Yes,
Thorgrim
one of us
like
will.
our dwarfs on it.
will walk over and put a blanket over Miss Tiny Sleepy Mage Lady, and will sort of just look at her and just sort of go, "Should I pick her up or something?" Or
I'll be
Yes.
okay.
okay,
This is happening. Otto's gonna walk over and just say, "Oh, I have a solution." And is is Aurelia laying on the ground at the moment?
No, she's like. Imagine a staff is like implemented into the ground and like she's resting her head against it.
Oh, hold on to your staff. And just for fun, Otto's going to be casting.
Oh.
Where are we going with this?
No, I was just literally just casting levitate and then putting her like, essentially setting up to where she's essentially lying in the air, so she's not lying on the infected
Again,
ground.
I guess that works.
That's nice. No, that's nice.
Heard of air mattresses before, but this is ridiculous.
Dude, I love D&D air mattresses. This is amazing.
that.
Gloom Hollow,
yes,
are you capable of making your mansion? Or are you out?
I am. No, I am capable of it.
Alright.
Like me to do so right away.
Would be a good idea before anything else shows up.
That is very fair.
I think we should find a place that isn't points on the ground.
It's fine. I can still travel.
Mr. Ring, I think.
Ada will check her clock.
I mean,
To be fair,
clock?
if it's okay with the last light, we could, and he'll kind of point over to the area that we were at, that he was at.
The shrine should be considered sacred ground. I don't know if anything can penetrate the stone then, so that's a good idea.
The creatures can still walk in, but it will be a safe place for us to rest.
Well, I don't think they can walk into the door once we make it, but
That's
as
what I
long as
mean.
it's not
I'm
on
talking
infected
about.
ground.
That's what I mean. The door not being on infected ground.
I could put a glyph
I
of warding.
Just rest. We got it. Don't worry.
Okay.
so the mansion is not required then.
Your thoughts are appreciated, though.
I need perception checks from Adelsarde, Jubilee, George, and Elvie.
Well, Ada ain't seeing Jack.
Okay, what is it?
Hold on, I gotta wait for everyone else.
This is why you got Jubilee next to you.
George ain't seeing anything.
Another level of exhaustion. Another level.
If I combine those two rolls together, I could tie Jubilee.
Jubilee, you hear what sounds distinctly like a quill writing upon parchment coming from over here.
Oh no.
Jubilee's gonna, as best she can, quietly start making her way over there. Like she taps both Adel and Hubert on the shoulder, like as she makes her way, and it's like slowly and quietly she can try and make her way over to see what's over there.
Are you turning to look?
Yeah?
Okay. If you're turning to look, you see what appears to be an elf currently jotting on a quill and paper. Doesn't seem to be hiding her presence at all, or hiding their presence at all, as they appear to be taking notes.
Is it an elf like Elvie, or is it a different kind of elf?
Looks like Elby.
Can we help you, ma'am?
Do not interrupt me. I am in the middle of my notes. I will answer any inquiries once I am finished.
Jubilee
I
will
hear
just
the
kind of turn
voice?
back to Elvie and
Yes, you
Hubert.
hear the voice.
I will walk to Jubilee's side and gently grip her hand and
Leave
look
this.
up.
So when you know.
Shh. Give them a moment.
After a few moments of writing, the figure will take the notepad, begin rolling it around the quill before clasping their hands together, causing both to disappear before they hop down and land with surprising grace, and brushes their attire off. It looks like a mixture of. It looks to be a mixture of a scientific attire mixed with medium-sized armor, as they look to you all. And says, "Greeting. It is good to see that you managed to handle the situation so efficiently."
Good day, dear sibling.
Hello, sister. I must say, I am surprised to see you in these lands.
And I am not surprised to see you.
Of course not. There's an infection going around that needs to be studied and analyzed.
Yes,
And hopefully solved, right?
If it can be.
Yes, that seems to be quite the conundrum at this moment. We are still searching for the source of this corruption and ways to expunge it. It seems that fire is somewhat helpful in expunging those that have been infected, but beyond that, we know very little.
Yes, fire is very utilitous in getting rid of the bodies should they attempt to stand back up, which they will. No amount of physical trauma is ever going to get rid of them, save fire and, well, disintegration. But that is not a resource readily available.
Elvie smirks a little bit. Perhaps not for you, but
Oh, dear sister, it is available for me, but those are limited.
fair enough.
Those are limited and singularly targeted, whereas Fireball hits very, very wide.
Indeed. One of the few instances where chucking those conflagrations willy-nilly is actually a good thing.
Hey, I don't chuck them willy-nilly.
I know you don't,
Chuck 'em
but
with
there are very many
chuck 'em
people
with
who
aim.
do. Absolutely, you are accurate, which is most helpful, but some are less calculating with their explosive payloads. Anyway, Elvie will turn to the rest of the group, and then we'll turn to her sibling and say, would you be irritated if I were to gather the rest of the group so that we may make introductions?
I see no reason as to why I would be irritated by such a thing. Now, do excuse me. I need another sample from this river. While you gather everyone up, I will be gathering samples.
Very well. And she will trot over to Adel Sarday and Hubert and say, "Everyone, come along. I have someone very dear to me who I wish for you all to meet."
Very dear to you. You sounded very unsure about whether or not she'd even be dear to you at all when we last spoke.
They. But,
They.
Yes, while I am I'm still a bit nervous of their motives and aspirations. I cannot deny the fact that they are still family.
Very well.
As long as you're sure.
I am definitely not.
That
sure.
said, she definitely has a lot more calculated thoughts in her
They.
head. Which
Yes, they are non-binary.
right, sorry.
Yes,
They have very calculated thoughts, which does worry me.
well,
Calculating people make you worry, Jubilee.
yeah, yes. Elvie will kind of just smirk slightly.
No. Calculation without emotion worries me.
No.
Unemotional, calculated people make you worry, Jubilee.
I guess it's his.
Looks over. You two are definitely not without emotion or morality.
Think for
Hubert-
yourself.
Hubert looks to you as you say this.
It's kind of offensive to Hubert.
Now, Hubert has admitted to having emotions. He has rage, he has bitterness, and his personal favorite, Schadenfreude.
I am plenty emotional, but
You are not helping. It just points at you. You're not helping.
It's such a fun word to say, isn't it?
I am plenty emotional, but my logical decisions are not based off of emotion.
But they still have humanity and life, saving life behind it.
Humanity? I'm an elf.
Dang it. Player forgot the other word he was thinking of. Morality. That was the word I was looking up.
As you say that, Adel Sarday, you hear from the riverbank, LV's sibling go, "Whenever they are referring to humanity, they are meaning the moral encompassing of all humanoids, which you are still humanoid, whether you enjoy this dedication or not."
I was making a joke, but thank you for ruining it.
I'm sorry, I don't understand humor particularly well.
Yes, that's unfortunately one of the main reasons I was a little hesitant to approach. I was not entirely sure if their non-emotional side would conflict with our, us.
Beast look over. We have a well?
As you are all talking, whenever you look back, you see that LV's sibling is now handing Otto vials, which are now wrapped very securely in sterile bandaging, as she has turned Otto as they have turned Otto into their personal assistant because he was standing too close.
Otto's just kind of watching her collect
Otto
these,
just
like,
naturally
watching
gravitate
how they collect these samples, and it's just he's actually fine with this. This is reminding of how he helped his dad, so he's actually fine with this.
Do be sure not to get any of that on your hands. While it will not infect you, if you have any scrapes or cuts that you are unaware of, it will.
Oh, I normally wear gloves. Would it be safer for me just to give it to my friend Hoppy?
I would not
It's
recommend.
metallic, so
I would not recommend it. Should it get in his gears, it could risk overgrowing him as well. I presume that this Hoppy, they say, motioning to it, has, I believe they are male pronouns.
Yeah, I say he.
Well, marvelous. It will take me some time to accommodate to any pronouns as such. I had to learn them once Averial decided that she was a she.
Yes. We typically, our sect, typically go by non-binary terms, so this is a new concept to them.
They sound
She's leaning
pretty.
her head to the side.
Elle is
Oh,
like,
it's more
okay.
disturbing.
as her head tilted slightly and then just like gives Gloom Hollow a slightly dirty look. They sound so caring, and you thought that they would want to kill you.
Well, I wasn't entirely sure. We haven't seen each other in hundreds of years.
So?
Her justification is fairly sound. A lot of our kind wanted the execution of her, after all.
Did you?
I did not care. I personally found what she did to be proof that there should have been more safety procedures. A lesson to be learned, which was learned very quickly.
She then looks back at Gloom Hollow.
Yeah, LV does a double take at the word execution and just goes, "Excuse me."
Oh, worry not, dear sister. Those have long since fallen away. There were some who rallied for it, but using my logic, I managed to convince them that it was entirely the fault of those who perished that day. And Otto, you are now holding 10 different sample bottles.
Oh god, okay. He's just kind of...
I'm less concerned about your sister now,
Right,
but I'm
feeling this.
more concerned about how Otto naturally just became her assistant out of nowhere.
I mean, this is fine. It reminds me of when I helped my dad a lot, but, is it okay if I do something that might help me a little bit carry these? She's saying towards the sister.
Whatever it is you need to help yourself, I must ready my bag. They say, as they pull out a small rucksack.
Oh, okay. And then he will then, using his last first level spell slot, will cast Floating Disc. Essentially, you see him kind of hold the vial up, and then it looks like he's about to drop it, but then it kind of just stays in the air. As if you look very closely, there's just a small disc there now that he's just carefully setting the vials on.
Now, I believe my sister has requested that we make introductions.
If
yes.
you do not mind.
I suppose I can spare a few minutes.
By all means, then.
They then stand staring at the group, awaiting said introductions.
Beastie points at herself with a thumb. Meet Beastie 13.
They look to you and tilt their head to one side, then the other, and sit and rubs their chin curiously. How strange. Referring to yourself as me instead of I. You must not be particularly versed in the common language.
No.
Fair enough.
You use a lot of big words.
Goblinoids typically use the goblin language only. This one is a particularly intelligent species and has learned the common tongue as well.
How interesting. I will have to see how well you do speaking in the goblin tongue then.
You speak Goblin?
I speak many languages.
Thank goodness that I'm able to speak freely for once. Yes, I do speak the Goblin tongue.
She says,
Just says in the most
Like, very
elegant goblin
fluently.
tone.
Full-on British accent and everything.
which
you
is,
are
so
much-
she understands it's probably like, oh, well
Oh,
spoken.
good day. Good heavens.
you are much more eloquent in the goblin tongue. How wonderful. She
Yes.
replies, or they reply in Goblin.
Though I'm not quite sure if this is because of my natural intelligence or due to the intelligence I gained once I was forcibly tattooed, which in turn changed my mental makeup, but I'm assuming it might be the latter.
Whatever the case may be, you speak wonderfully eloquently in this language.
Thank you.
I cannot wait to see your progress speaking in the common tongue.
Well, you should see my daughter. She is practically fluent in it, much better than I am. I'm guessing that's where my common knowledge went off to.
I do not have a spawn as of yet. I have not found a correct suitor with which to get a sample from.
Imagine we're just hearing.
I was gonna say, to them it sounds eloquent. To us, it sounds like.
Pretty much.
And of course, Hubert can understand everything.
Yep.
If you only need
I'm sorry, most of the party doesn't speak Goblin.
If you only need a sample, then maybe you should look to Gloomy. He is fairly strong. And has good genetics.
They look to him and say, perhaps. I was observing you during your fight, and we will think about it. But I think we need to cease speaking in the tongue for the time being. Everyone else looks a rather bit perplexed.
And she chuckles.
And
Common. Yes, because they know how to speak the good language.
Then immediately they stand straight and straighten their outfit and say, "Now who's next?"
Otto will raise his hand. I'm Otto, and the robotic bunny next to you is Hoppy. I created him.
Yes, Poppy is a rather fine craft of ingenuity, rather impressive. Good work, Otto.
Oh, thank you.
I had a research partner that also liked to build automatons.
Oh. Well, be nice to meet them someday.
I doubt you will.
Oh. Did they have a name?
Hold on.
Pull up the name generator.
Go. Same brain cell, dude.
Yep, pretty much.
You and me have those moments a lot.
I know, right? Been around you for way too fucking long.
Surprised you're not as weird as me.
Oh no, I'm plenty weird, just not in the same ways that you are.
Yeah.
Amrad Kerry Mardir was their name.
Comrade.
Alright, carry him a deer. I will use my scuff spelling for that. Okay.
Scuffed.
I will. You're gonna.
I was gonna sound it out and spell it like that.
You're gonna have to give me a moment. I'm having to do a lot at the moment. So many focus things.
Oh, Amra. Oh my god.
Comrade Johnson.
Oh, please don't.
Yes, they were rather diligent in the creation of their automatons. Unfortunately, they got overwhelmed by these creatures.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry for your loss.
Yes, the loss of such a great mind is rather annoying. In any case, who is next?
At this point, Scalodius does a small bow with his hands behind his back. Scalodius of Ibu. I'm one of Elvi's longest traveling companions, along with Beastie.
I see. They say, looking at you now, tilting their head one way and then the other. And said, from the depictions of your clothing, I presume you to be a religious zealot of some sort.
I am. I'm no mere. It's nothing much. I am a priest of Lord Draco.
While I am interested in learning of other things, I am afraid that I do not wish to learn of your religious beliefs at this present moment. Perhaps at a later date.
Just kind of that stone look of depression.
What?
It appears this one really enjoys spreading their words.
You
That is
don't
fine.
know.
You have.
You have no idea.
Jubilee, you have no idea. Both Jubilee and Elby at the same time. You have no idea.
Just double sweat drop.
Well, now is the time for introductions, not for the religious knowledge that you would spread. As I have said, I am willing to sit and listen at a later date.
Yes, quite. Picked himself back up. I believe someone else shall go next, as my introduction was simple and straight to the point.
Then why don't we just keep that train going? Thorgrim will just sort of peek out from between the crowd of people and just go, "Yo, Thorgrim, Coldbeard clan. You know, typical dwarf, big hammer, likes to fight, likes to drink. Probably not going to be the most agreeable person to you. And sorry about that."
I take it that your family mined coal back in the day, then.
Oh yeah, long time ago though. My son's still keeping the mining tradition alive though. My daughter actually kind of helps me with that, making machines and stuff to help him.
Yes, in my studies of dwarven family lineages, typically the last names reflect the mineral in which that was mined.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you got to keep your houses warm.
Full generation of power and warmth is rather efficient, but kind of messy, in my opinion.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't do really good for the environment, but yeah, we didn't have a lot of a choice back then, so you know.
It appears that some of you are far more social than the others.
She's gonna slowly levitate over.
And why? And
Here,
why
you're floating away.
And why are you floating?
I'm exhausted. I'm sorry. I am Aurelia Viridian, weaver of time's threads. Here's a golden leaf. She's gonna extend her hand faintly to hand her a leaf from the Feywild.
As you extend your hand, they will actually reach out, grabbing your wrist before pulling out a monocle, and holds it over your hand and stares at it before pulling your hand a bit closer and says, "Chronomancy."
Yes.
You are covered in it. Fascinating. I will need to study you.
What does
Wait.
that mean?
The way that they said it, it didn't seem that it was optional either. And
Please do not kidnap or dissect our friend.
I have no intentions of dissecting them. They will not be useful to me dead.
Well, don't kidnap him either.
I
cannot.
Hershey. Not like the chocolates.
I cannot kidnap her. She is an adult. If anything, it would be adult snapping.
Oh.
Please refrain from the napping of either the child or adult related kind, please.
It's good to nap, says BC.
We will.
She's gonna gently float back to the group and rest her head against her staff.
We will see about that. But for now, this is this is the meeting and the greeting process. Negotiations occur later.
I suppose I should go next then. I am Jubilee, one of the Lady Adelsarde's. I was about to say ward. What's the term she uses? God damn it.
Ale just gives her a look.
No, I said that the last part out of character. My brain, the player, I had it in my head and then I just lost it.
She is waiting for her to use the proper term.
Oh, by the way, the entire time these introductions have been going on, they have been taking notes of everyone.
Of course they have.
Oops.
She says it and then just kind of blanks for a moment, like, no, vassal's not the right word.
She protects and serves Our Lady Adelsarde.
Then she is a retainer.
Retainer. Thank you, Hubert.
Elvie's sibling looks to you and says, looks to you for a minute, then looks to their notes and begins jotting something else down, because it was they who said it, not Hubert.
Yes. Unfortunately, they have a very similar way of speaking.
Sorry.
One has a slightly more effeminate inflection to it.
Very slightly.
That is the best I can do.
Yes. Otherwise, they would be Hubert 2.0. Exactly.
Then Jubilee realized Hubert didn't say that. Like, oh wait. Oh, I'm sorry.
Do not worry.
Sound very similar to Hubert, the lady's other name.
Do not worry. I have it noted in my notes. They say, and then looks to Hubert and says, that one's name is Hubert. Not particularly talkative. I believe antisocial. They say, and begin jotting down.
Oh, and this is Pip. She's gonna lift up her hat.
The fairy dragon.
Yeah. I think Pip is also exhausted, right? Or is that only on me?
It's only on you. If anything,
okay.
Pip is just always excited as a fairy dragon.
Okay.
A fairy dragon. A very useful familiar. Good to find.
They're my best friends.
How adorable.
Let's introduce yourself.
My introductions were already made.
Not by you.
I don't need to make them.
You do because I'm asking you to.
Are you ordering me to?
Maybe I should.
If you don't, I won't.
Then yes, I do.
Lady, your antisocial retainer is having a hard time talking to people again.
I am Hubert. I would say it's a pleasure, but I don't think you're very pleased by this. But that's fine.
Oh, don't be silly. I think you two will get along just fine.
It's nice to meet you. I'm George, as he kind of waves.
They
George
look
will
to
walk
you.
behind.
They look to you as you wave and tilt their head a bit, and then begins taking notes. George Unlockenhide. That is a very strange surname. Any particular reason?
Belong to my father.
I see. Who'd we lose?
Sio.
Okay. What is it like having a father?
Ooh.
See George visibly kind of freeze up. I wouldn't know. I lost them at a very young age.
Then I apologize in case this brought any undue negative emotion. And they will reach into their bag and pull out a crumpet, which is slowly drifted over to you by a mage hand, which looks like their glove, and a crumpet is offered.
Aw.
He'll take the crumpet.
And once again, she gives Glupala a dirty look.
Elvie looks genuinely surprised. Like, genuinely, like, oh.
Maybe your sister just didn't know how to express emotions
Sibling.
before. Sorry, sibling.
If it is
Why don't you do
easier for your entourage to refer to me by such titles, they are allowed to.
I
My apologies. I just have some memory problems sometimes.
And I was unsure if you were comfortable with being referred to as such.
Personally, I don't really care how they refer to me.
Fair enough.
So long as it is consistent. They may refer to me as they, she, he, or it, whatever makes them comfortable.
Very well.
Aw. The it one is so mean.
The only reason I introduced that one is I've actually found out there are people who identify as it. Like,
Yes.
that's not being mean. There are people who actually identify as it.
Yes, it's rare, but I have seen you. In any case, it is very good to see you again. I had my reservations considering the state of this place, and admittedly some of my thoughts ran away from me, but I see that a majority of my fears seem to be unfounded.
Sister, I have no qualms with your antics, nor the egregious side effects that it occurred. As I said, I saw it as a learning experience for everyone involved, or at least those that survived.
Elvie visibly tenses and just goes, yes. It was quite the egregious learning experience.
I do believe that is everyone who's been introduced to me, except for the fellow staring at the scorch spot and the two tabaxi that are presently conversing to themselves.
Oh.
Sorry, but I believe Milady has not introduced herself either properly.
You introduced me for me.
Were you? That means that your logic is perplexing. Were you not the one telling? She looks at her notes. Hubert to introduce himself despite having already been introduced.
Yes, I did that to annoy him.
He does not seem very annoyed. I believe you failed.
Clearly. My name is Adelsarde von Hemostros Anubitus. Nice to meet you.
She will jot it down. And says, and it has been a time making an acquaintance of you all. Now, I must ask, why are you here?
Well,
Me or them?
Anyone. I don't fully understand why you are on this island, and after seeing the dangers that it offered to you all, you continued to stay upon this island.
I think you guys should answer that, because I kind of ended up here because of where the ship was going.
I mean, you could have stayed on the ship, and you decided not to.
Well, I wanted to make friends. I saw an opportunity.
Well,
There's a ship.
It's a far distance from here, don't worry.
I will have to survey that. I may end up having to sink it to ensure the quarantine is not broken here.
We have made sure that
No.
it is a fair distance from here. That will not be necessary.
I will make sure of it. Your calculations cannot be trusted as I have not seen them with my eyes myself.
Right.
Please do not destroy our way home.
You are mages, correct?
We can find other ways home.
Yes.
Simply teleport.
That
I still
aside,
think we don't want
We have had
to upset the demon lord that's on the ship.
we have had instances where teleportation has been
hijacked.
erroneous at best. Far too many instances that I would like to admit, honestly.
Yes, it's always fun when someone else decides, "Hey, come, you're teleporting away. How about you teleport to me instead, against your will?"
Yes. Or when
Multiple
you're
times.
teleporting and
And
someone
Jubilee says,
follows
remembering
you
the
through.
multiple times she's been kidnapped.
Yes. Or when somebody teleports you, and you see somebody following you as you're teleporting.
Yes, it is quite frustrating.
Yes.
I
Be
wouldn't
that
know.
lucky you. But be that as it may, we are here to find a potential something that will help us defeat
It's the
the
hourglass
Inferno.
get out there if you need it.
What?
Something maybe related to a
Sorry.
phylactery?
We're not sure, but something that is linked to a lich that has been harassing the area.
There's no phylactery here.
Well, we know it's not a phylactery, but we don't really know what it is. All we know is it is linked to him and it might be key to his defeat.
Yes. We know it is a lich, we just do not know
Oh,
what kind, and thus, therefore, do not know the means to destroy it.
And we know there's something on this island that can do it, but we don't know exactly what it is, or where. We'll just know a general direction.
Curious. I have not seen a phylactery or any such thing, or any such instances of things that would warrant a lich, so to speak, to be of existence upon this island.
The lich isn't existing on the island, they're just around. We're not really sure what we are looking for. We just know it's here.
How problematic for you.
Very. But now we have to turn the question back on you, Amrad. What are you doing here?
No, Amrad was his companion.
Admirad was my companion. That is not my name.
I'm sorry, what is your name?
Lysanther Gloomhollow. At your service. They say, hey, bowing slightly, but not entirely.
Yes.
And then says, and to what are your inquiries?
Why are you here? And were you here alone?
I am here to study this, they say, motioning all around them at the spread of the disease. And then they go, no, I was not alone. I am alone now, but I was not presently. But I was not originally.
What sent you and your team here?
Yes. Are you at the behest of someone else, or are you simply curious about this location?
I came here of my own accord and brought one of my research teams with me.
How did you...
One of.
Yes, I have many, though I only brought the one. I didn't think we would need more than one.
And how did you hear of this place?
I'm sure you are unaware of the situation involving the astral elves, but in order for a pair of astral elves to sire a child, they must go to the material plane for it to actually gestate, lest it won't upon the astral plane. Time is not really a concept within the astral plane. You do not grow, you do not age, nothing. However, even whether you spend 10 days or 10,000 years within the astral plane, if you were to go in the state you are in now, you would exit in the same state.
Okay.
So, in one of the incidents where a pairing decided they wished to conceive a child of their own, I presume they came here in search of a good place to build a domicile, discovered this infection, then came back and reported it to me. At which point I decided to come and research it.
They weren't infected themselves, were they?
No. They were not. We made them go through excruciating testing to ensure that they were not infected, and they were allowed to go to a different plane of existence to eventually sire said infant.
Well, that's good to hear.
Good for them. Good for them.
Well, I will have to say that your studies may be cut short. Our friend here, and she looks towards where last light was a moment ago, he's planning on doing something that will...
Skiloish just kind of lets them know, oh, he's with Beastie at the temple area.
Well, he's planning on doing something that will destroy all of it, on the island at least.
Basically purge the island, says Jubilee.
How marvelous. I've already gotten plenty of samples, and while I will be disappointed in the destruction of this ecosystem, it is nothing that I can't, study with the samples that I have.
In which case, Gloomhollow, I think it would be safer for you to leave. Unless, of course, you'd be willing to travel with us.
I have no intentions of leaving. I still have many studies to do, and I do believe I will be able to evacuate when the time is right.
Then why not stick with us? Help would be appreciated. And we tend to...
and we are going deeper in.
Yes, we tend to attract oddities.
Because I have a set schedule that I must adhere to, and unless you intend to follow me on my schedules, I am afraid I cannot do yours.
Well, where is your schedule sending you off to next?
They reach into their bag and pull out a notepad that says Lensenther's itinerary, and they dip through it a bit before eventually saying, "The fissure of flesh is my next destination."
The what? Which direction is that?
What? They will sigh and close the itinerary, and as soon as I find the fucking map,
Where's that goddamn thing?
Where's that damn fourth map?
the fissure of flesh is to the northeast of here.
I'll check the compass.
The compass is pointing you northwest.
Then I guess we are going in two separate directions. Actually, hold on. She's going to look to the compass and want to find the source of the infection.
The source of the infection points you more northward.
Gloomhollow, do you know where the infection, or at least where the source of the infection on the island is?
I do have to request that you use first names in this instance. There are 2 Gloomhollows present.
Sorry, Lysander. Force of habit.
If you would like to refer to me as Lie, that is a nickname that Averial decided to give me during her pubescent years of 113.
Yes. Little Lili, yes. Those were the days.
Little, aren't you the younger sister?
No. I am the younger sister, which begs a few questions that you need to answer immediately, Averial. Why are you so much younger?
She pointedly looks to
By mishap.
Oh.
our new friend Aurelia and just says, "Well, you know how our new companion here is a chronomancer, yes?"
I know they are surrounded by chronomancy, but I was unaware of their focus within chronomancy.
She's gonna wave her hand and then like stick her tongue on that.
Well,
Like
I believe the term focus is not an appropriate acknowledgement of her accident-prone capabilities. She has a certain habit of shaking very important magical items and causing random things to happen.
she's gonna, as she's saying all this, she's gonna grab her hourglass from her bag.
That specific one.
Oh no, not again.
Well, slowly,
like,
she's tired. Let me
Immediately
say,
takes
she's
a step
like,
to the side.
she's kind of frail, so she's like tired,
Yes.
and says
More reason,
gently,
take an extra step.
Amarelia, time's chosen, and shows the hourglass, and then will like kind of blink for a second, and then put it back in her bag, as if she almost forgot what she was doing because
Please.
she's so tired.
After you blink, you just see Lai already having stepped up to you, holding the hourglass, preventing you from putting it away, as they're once again holding the magnifying glass, looking over the hourglass with
Monocle?
yes, the monocle. Sorry, with the monocle, having what could
I'm
be
not sure how to feel when you hold my hands.
Hush, darling. They say this. I cannot allow you to put this away. It is very fascinating.
Okay, should I hold it out like this?
I do not believe that I am allowed to
just
hold
taking a
it.
few steps back.
I do
No,
not
it
believe.
like always comes back to me.
Then I will need you to continue to hold it while I observe it, if you would be so kind.
Okay.
She happened to shake it, and among many things that happened, I ended up aging, or reverse aging, about 200 years.
Reversing
Don't
the
say it
aging.
like it was bad. It was calculated shaking, duh.
No, it was very much not.
Yes, it was. I shaked it precisely 6 times.
Interesting.
5 times I
was
shook
a
it,
bad
and then it
idea,
shot
and
me.
you shouldn't have done it.
Interesting. An artifact that can rewind time upon an individual. That is a very powerful thing you have here.
It chose me.
I was right in saying that you need to be studied. And I cannot
A
wait to
good way or a
study.
bad way.
I cannot wait to study you extensively.
You're still holding my hands while looking at me.
Elvie will place her hand on Aurelia's shoulder to try and calm her down.
Too much touching.
now there are 2 astral elves touching her.
Fudge.
Touch.
Anyway,
I thought I was the bard, says Jubilee.
Lie. The reason I brought it up is because I thought you should know. Apparently, the source of the infection is to the north of here.
I'm not looking for the source of the infection.
Very well.
The source of the infection is an expedition I've already attempted to go on. And while it did glean some very valuable information, it was not the information I was seeking.
What information did you find?
I discovered that apparently this infection does not only affect living organisms, it affects anything that has living tissue or was once living tissue, up to and including undead.
What?
Yes,
Wonderful.
That is very concerning.
It was rather fascinating. Upon infection, you can see the spread of the organic tissue revitalizing, and whoever had control over the undead at the time of infection loses control rapidly. That's how I lost another one of my researchers.
Do you have any insights into any cure? Counters? Anything?
As far as I am aware, there is no cure, and also, as far as I'm aware, any individual that appears to be immune to most diseases, rather than being immune to this one, undergo mutations, such as that creature that you slew there.
Thorgrim immediately, blanches, oh no.
Oh boy.
Jubilee starts to worry. Uh-oh.
So it mutates on contact?
While some people get infected, if you're mostly immune to diseases, it'll mutate you instead.
Trying to find a way around.
I really want to go back to the Feywild. No offense, guys. I really like you guys. This is the first time I had friends outside of Pip. But I get to be honest, this was really not okay.
I'll be honest with you, this is not a common thing in our this realm either.
You may also wish
very
to be
concerning.
careful. You may also wish to be careful going to the Feywilds. There's a chance this can infect Fey.
It can what?
There's a chance that this infection could infect Fey.
Oh.
So
Well, I
what
must
you're
have
saying,
hit. She's gonna look around her, twist her body.
what you're saying is nothing is immune to this infection.
As
Wait a
far
minute.
as far as I'm aware, no. Nothing appears to be immune, so to speak.
Jubilee remembers something and pulls out her silver sword to look at it, see what happened with it.
If you're curious,
Remember?
if you're curious as to why that seemed to have more of an effect, you are aware that silver is antibacterial, correct?
I mean, I'm knowledgeable in a lot of things, but medical field is not one of them, unfortunately, so I did not know that, unfortunately.
Yes, silver is antibacterial. Bacteria does not survive on it particularly efficiently.
I do. Thorgrim kind of holds his hand up. I'm a doctor, kind of.
They
Look, my
look
studies are
to
more along lines of myths.
They look to you as you say this. They stare at you for a long time and reopen the notebook and jot something down.
Hey, I don't mean to be like.
Sorry.
No, you go.
No, you go ahead.
No, you. I was just gonna ask if we can rest. I want you to go.
Well,
That's
Or if we're gonna have to keep
fine.
traveling.
I
Elvie
don't.
will have the. Don't worry, Elvie will have the mansion up soon.
But it's
Okay, because I
basically-
don't want to have to fight another one of those things.
I don't think we're going to anytime soon. Let me rephrase that. I don't think we're going to today.
I should hope so.
But let me get this straight. Nothing is immune to the disease. And this disease has no cure.
I wouldn't say nothing is immune. And, for example, beings with elemental bodies are technically immune as they do not have organic flesh. And things such as this fine young harpy here, they say motioning to harpy, are also technically immune. It's just their gears can get gummed up by the flesh that grows.
Okay, but if any of us, like me for example, were infected, there's no hope.
Not as far as I'm aware. You would have about 3 days before you lost whatever makes you you.
There was a very what's the word I'm looking for? A very detailed series of events that you had written down in one of your itineraries.
Yeah, I will say that me and my research team did uncover a cure of sorts, but they are very limited.
Well, can you tell us more about it?
I simply refer to it as the panacea.
Ah, a cure-all of sorts, yes.
They nod before opening their pack and pull out a bottle with a golden liquid shining within.
Oh, goodness.
How do you make that? Or where do you
Well,
even get that?
We discovered it. We did not make it.
Elvie will look to Otto. Otto, my friend, do you know if you'd be able to... I'm not sure how capable you are of alchemy. Are you able... Do you believe you'd be able to recreate this, or would know someone who could?
With time, I definitely could. I would need to probably... If that's the only sample, I'd probably need to... It would take time, but I feel like I potentially could. It would depend on if I can discover what it's made out of. May I?
They look to you and just slowly bring it back and put it away in the pack and says, I would rather not. In
Fair point.
the event of infection, this is the only hope.
I understand.
Should we find another one, I would happily allow you to keep that one. But I cannot risk allowing this one to fall into anyone else's hands in case I were to get infected again.
Well,
Again?
I wasn't really going to... Wait, again?
Yeah. Yes. Can we go back to that, please?
Yes, I was infected at one point.
And how did you rid yourself of that infection?
I drank one of the panacea we found.
Ah.
Yes, it was quite a marvel, actually. I was beginning to grow. I was beginning to have the flesh growths upon my arms. I thought all was lost, and I decided to drink. I had nothing better to do, and then, all of a sudden, within the span of 5 minutes, all of the growths were gone. I was perfectly healthy. I even seemed to be inoculated to the disease for a fair few days, but I'm afraid to risk it again.
And where did you find that?
I have found them strewn about within these lands. Not many, mind you, but I have found a few.
Well, I originally was just wanting to see if I can... I'm not sure if you did it, but I was going to see if it had any magical properties within it or anything like that.
If you were going to cast Identify, I have already identified it. And it is indeed magical, but I believe it is magical in a divine way. Not necessarily in an arcane one.
Maybe the Last Light knows more.
Perhaps.
It's possible. I will intend to have conversations with each of the other companions you all are toting around with you. I.e., I don't want to sit here and talk to myself.
Exactly.
Very well.
In the meantime, should I prepare the mansion?
Please do.
Very well.
Oh, you never did enjoy my mansion, sibling.
No, I felt that my own personal design was more suitable for myself. But now that you're here, dear sibling, you could perhaps take a tour of my domicile and see if it is agreeable to your standards.
You have a tendency to add extravagance to function. I prefer functionality.
Of course you do, dear sibling.
Sir,
Says you can't have both.
start conversating about this. Can Otto try to see if he's heard of anything similar to the name of that
Panacea.
of the cure, Panacea?
Roll history.
Fuck it. I'll just use a flash of genius.
You are aware that the panacea is a nigh mythical substance, whether it be a potion, a medicine, or similar, that can cure any disease. Not only does it cure diseases, but it puts you in perfect health as well.
Huh. Yeah, those are very fine. And you say you found multiple on the battle?
Yes, me and my team and myself discovered 3 different vials of it. I used one upon myself, one upon one of my other researchers, and I have this final one. Unfortunately, it appears that it was all for naught using it upon the researcher that I used it on, as he is no longer with us.
Huh.
That's a dead
Okay.
man.
You will then walk up to Edo Sardane and say, May I see the compass, please?
She'll show it to him.
Otto will take the compass and then we'll step over here.
Okay.
And then he's going to think about the second. He's going to want to find the second closest source of penicilla.
Panacea.
Penicilla?
Penicillin.
Gonna look for some penicillin.
Yeah, he wants some penicillin.
Actually have to roll something for that. Holy crap.
Keep rolling,
The
rolling.
compass will do 1 rotation before pointing northeast, and it will do 1 rotation and point northeast. It seems to be pointing you somewhere, but it's having a hard time doing it.
Oh boy.
That's not good.
Huh. Okay. And then he will hand the. Oh my god, I just put 2 and 2 together. Holy fuck. He's then going to think about think back to what we're doing. He's going to look for something that can help get rid of Deadbeard and see where the compass points.
That can... Wait, you're looking for something that can help get rid of
Or
Deadbeard?
something, what we've been looking for, like a way to kill Deadbeard.
That's pointing northwest.
Okay. Huh. Okay.
The source of Deadbeard is northwest, the second panacea is northeast.
Okay.
Towards the fissure of flesh.
And he'll hand the compass back to Adel.
Elle just is rubbing her forehead while taking it back. Ugh. What a stressful situation. I'm glad none of us have been...
Affected.
Who got hurt during the last fight?
Beastie and myself, Hubert says.
Okay.
Jubilee immediately then is starting to look over Hubert. Where's your wound? Show it.
I also believe that Thorgrim got hit a few times.
Thorgrim, you too.
I don't think so, actually.
Oh, right. Something occurred that prevented you from being hit.
That was me.
Arms out. Show off wound. Let's see it.
What will say? Since you've been studying it, do you know if the infection can just be spread by regular wounds and injuries from the creatures here?
Any of the creatures infected must be the ones to scratch you in order to infect you. However, if you have any open wounds, something as simple as, say, a drop of that water that they say motioning to the river will also infect you.
Okay, who's here is good at medicine?
I am. Thorgrim holds his hand out.
Please give Hubert a look over.
It's not.
Alright. Hands where I can see them.
As you say, hands where I can see him, Hubert will put one of his hands directly in your face.
Haha, very funny, jackass. 19.
Fine. He has a small wound on his leg, but he seems fine.
He's got a small wound on his leg, but otherwise he's okay.
Cover it.
No, it's not.
Yep.
No, hold on. Ella's going to crouch in front of it. I was thinking about this when we were fighting that thing. I might have a way to cure it if it's fresh enough, but this is going to hurt.
I'll be ready to heal once you do.
All right.
Oh shit! It's 9:21.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Oopsie. Oh well.
We will do this quick thing, and then we gotta hop off.
All right.
You
Let's
guys got
see. Ale is going to. This is going to hurt like a bitch. She is going to cast Firebolt on the wound.
The fuck?
Okay. Roll the hit.
Okay.
I mean, that's a little excessive, but okay.
You also got. Nah, I'm not gonna be that mean. Okay, so you hit Hubert's wound with a firebolt and you cauterize it.
Sweet.
Any weird sounds of it, the things hissing and whatnot?
No, you didn't even get a sound out of Hubert.
Hubert will still get 15 points of health back either way from Jubilee's lay on hands.
My lady, I thought you said that was going to hurt.
Oh, hush now, Hubert.
I expect you to adhere to your promises.
If you want me to hurt you, I'll have to try later in private.
Ooh.
Well, I suppose it's a good thing that Elfie's going to be making us a room.
Making you.
And I'm guessing I'm going to be banished to my room then while you're having fun.
Well, next session, Idol's going to burn herself a goblin.
Burninate the goblin.
Burninating the goblin side. Burninating the.
Yeah, because
Why the goblin? What?
it did occur to her, hey, this thing hates fire. Why didn't they just, well, no. The obvious reason of why didn't they just burn the people infected would be because they would be burning infected, weakened people. But hey, we strong. We can handle a little bit of fire. Hey, thanks for watching the video until the end. If you want to see more of my stuff, click on either the vids on screen or check out my YouTube channel. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and check the description for more places to follow me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll be seeing you.